You are listening to Mount Marty University Baseball on KYNT, Yankton's home team and the flagship station for Lancer Athletics. This broadcast is brought to you in part by
Dakota Beverage, Lewis and Clark Ford, Fairfield Inn and Suites, and Holiday Inn Express in Yankton, Foreman Tours, Sherco, Pizza Ranch, Parker Hennepin, Gerstner Oil, The Meat Lodge, Marlowe Woodward and Huff, Core Trust Bank, Aztec, Runza, The Move Group, Avera.
Now we go live to the action.
And ladies and gentlemen, we are finally live here in Lincoln, Nebraska. Opening day of the GPAC Tournament 2026. Mount Marty University down in the Concordia pod. Concordia earning a top 2 seed in the GPAC Tournament once again, as they seem to do most years. A very good program out of Seward. But as I said a moment ago, playing in Lincoln today, a neutral site we're playing at down at Sherman Field here in Lincoln, Nebraska, the host site of this pod throughout, alongside 2 other programs that we just saw battle it out in Morningside and Dakota Wesleyan, and that is the reason for the late start time here of Mount Marty Concordia here. We are the second game of the day, and the Morningside Dakota Wesleyan game was one heck of a battle. 12-9, Dakota Wesleyan did end up pulling off the upset, the 6 over the 3, 12-9 in 9 innings. But Morningside did not go quietly. I believe it was 12-2 at the start of the bottom of the 9th. Morningside able to put up 7 runs and actually have the tying run at home plate. Batting ended up flying out. Dakota Wesleyan was able to escape after a late surge by the Mustangs. So the winner of tonight's matchup between Concordia and Mount Marty will be playing Dakota Wesleyan tomorrow at noon. The loser of this game will be playing Morningside at 3. Double elimination style tournament. That 3 o'clock game will be an elimination game. The winner of game 1 and 2 tomorrow will face in a 3rd game tomorrow evening. My name is Tehl Tanner. Welcome into the pregame show from Coors Light and Miller Lite. Always remember to drink responsibly. On this pregame show, we're going to speak with the head coach of the Mount Marty Lancers in Josh Tykrow. I spoke with him a little earlier this week about this matchup. We're also going to talk all through the stats of this ball game, and we're going to go through that Dakota Wesleyan Morningside game as well as the other 2 games that happened around the conference in the GPAC tournament today, and it has been a day for upsets already. We'll see if that trend continues with the nightcap tonight, as we are having first pitch at 7:20, I'm being told. We originally had it scheduled for 6, moved all the way back to 7:20 is when we're going to actually finally go live for this one. So I'll keep you company for a little bit. We'll tell you all about the lineups. I have the starting lineups for both teams. We have the starting pitchers. We're going to give you all the stats, some of the big hitters that we're going to be keeping eyes on today, and once again speak with the head coach of the Lancers. For now, let's take a break. Let's come back in a couple of minutes and talk about the GPAC tournament as a whole, give you the results of the other 3 games that have been played today. You're listening to 102.1 FM, AM 1450. This is KYNT.
Carbless handcrafted premium cocktails are a ready-to-drink vodka and tequila-based cocktail with no carbs, no sugar, gluten-free, and only 100 calories. It's guaranteed to be bursting with flavor in every sip. The Carbless Mix Pack is sure to please any crowd with a compilation of all the best-selling ready-to-drink cocktails, including sweet, citrus, and a twist of tequila flavors like lemon lime, black raspberry, cranberry, and margarita. Grab some today. Carbless cocktails. Less is more.
When First Dakota National Bank created Dakota MAC in 1993, we knew we could offer ag producers something few other banks dared to: long-term, fixed-rate loans for ag real estate refinances and purchases. Today, we go by Landera, and we provide the same great service and even more banking options to help your operation thrive for generations to come. Banking evolves. Trust endures. Landera, a division of First Dakota National Bank.
Stop in and see what's new this spring at Lewis & Clark Ford in Yankton, where a new season means a new way to drive forward. Whether you're shopping for a new Ford, a quality pre-owned vehicle, or scheduling service and maintenance, we're here to help make your experience easy and enjoyable. Whether you're upgrading your ride or keeping it running strong, it's all in one place at Lewis & Clark Ford. Stop in at 4th and Capitol or visit us at lewisandclarkford.com. Lewis & Clark Ford, the deals you want, the Ford you love.
Les Schwab Tires has been proudly serving communities for over 70 years, and we've collected thousands of inspiring stories, like Brett on the way to his wedding when a flat tire left him stranded. The clock was ticking, his bride waiting. He made one call, and a Les Schwab service truck was there to save the day. Brett was back on the road and off to say I do. At Les Schwab, we're proud to keep you rolling. Les Schwab Tires, our greatest story is yours. Stories are composites inspired by real customer feedback.
Having guests coming to Yankton for area graduations? Well, the two best choices are easy, the Fairfield by Marriott and the Holiday Inn Express. Enjoy comfortable rooms, free breakfast, gathering rooms, pool, and more. With graduation season coming up from Mount Marty, USD, and Yankton High School, rooms are filling fast, so don't wait. Call the Fairfield by Marriott or the Holiday Inn Express in Yankton to lock in great rates and stress-free reservation changes.
The easy way to travel is to let Foreman Charters do the driving. Here are some upcoming tours. In June, head for the hills and the famous Medora musical. See the Grand Canyon and other Southwest National Parks in July. Marvel at the glorious colors with the New England Fall Foliage Adventure at the end of September, and kick off the holiday season with a trip to Branson in November. For more on Foreman Charter Tours, go to foremanbus.com.
All right, back on this pregame show from Coors Light, Miller Lite. Remember to drink responsibly as we turn to the other GPAC games that have already concluded today. Day one of the GPAC tournament, 3 games in the books. We have the final game of the evening, 7:20 start time between the Lancers and the Bulldogs, Mount Marty Concordia here tonight on 102.1 FM, AM 1450. So the other couple of games that happened today, we really had some crazy games. 2 upsets in a 14-inning game. 5-3 final. Briarcliff is going to be victorious over Northwestern. The lone high seed to win so far today in 14 innings once again. Briarcliff wins over Northwestern 5-3 in 14 innings down in Crete, Nebraska. That was the early game today. And then the other one in the Doane pod, Doane, once again, the number 1 seed. They won the regular season GPAC this season. They ended up falling in game 2, I suppose, of their pod. 7-5 Hastings with the victory. Hastings has been surging late in the last series of the regular season. They ended up splitting with this Concordia team that earned the 2 games there, and now they beat Doane in the first round of the GPAC tournament. 7-5, your final score. And then, of course, we just talked about it, the game in front of us here today. It was Dakota Wesleyan defeating Morningside 12-9 down here in Lincoln, Nebraska, the first game of the Concordia pod. 12-9, once again, the final. 2 different teams getting upsets out of the GPAC, and then the 4 beating the 5 in Briarcliff over Northwestern in 14 innings. So it's been one heck of a day for baseball. We'll see what this final game brings us. As we turn now to our Runza Rundown. If you're on the run, make it Runza. Runza gets you your fast food fast so you can get going. Runza's burgers, fries, onion rings, salads, chicken, and desserts. As we turn to the history of this matchup between Mount Marty and Concordia, going back to 2007, Concordia does have a lead in the series. 33-19, the wins-losses in favor of the Bulldogs. This season, it was a 1-3 series for the Lancers. They played 4 games, 2 of them in Lincoln, not at this ballpark in Lincoln, but 2 of them in Lincoln, the other 2 in Seward. It was the Lancers winning one of the games in Lincoln, 3-2, falling 2-6 in the other one. And then on day 1 of the 4-game series, it was Concordia winning 7-3 and 9-2 in the finals. So a 1-3 regular season for the Lancers against this Bulldog team. We'll see what they've got in the tournament. Last season, the Lancers had one heck of a tournament bid as they ended up in the Morningside pod, and due to a fortunate series of events for the Lancers, they ended up hosting that tournament pod last season as the 7 seed in the GPAC tournament, and they ended up winning that pod. They advanced all the way to the GPAC tournament championship game as the 7 seed. They enter this year as the 7 seed once again. 7, not always a lucky number, but it seems to be for the Lancers. We'll see if that holds true this year. We'll take another break, thank a few more of our sponsors. We're about 20 minutes away from first pitch. Take a break, come back, and we'll start talking through some of the stats of this one. We're going to go through our starting lineups in a couple of minutes. We're going to go through our starting pitchers, give you all their stats in the season as well. You're listening to 102.1 FM, AM 1450, Mount Marty Lancer Tournament Baseball tonight on KYNT.
The Sherco exclusive SureLink wireless remote system features the most advanced industrial Bluetooth technology and best-in-class express operation. Operate any Sherco electric product with the SureLink Pro and EZR remotes, or with your smartphone using the SureLink app. To learn more, contact your authorized Sherco distributor or find us at Sherco.com. Demand the best. Demand Sherco.
FM 1021 and AM 1450 KYNT Yankton.
It's game time at Yankton Pizza Ranch. Whether you're celebrating a win, in between games, or just hungry after practice, our buffet is stacked and ready. Hot pizzas, sweet desserts, and the country's best chicken. There's something for every fan at the table. Make it a winning day at Yankton Pizza Ranch, serving daily 11 to 8.
It's where life tastes better. Surround 'em up and head her down to the Pizza Ranch. Whoa, that's good.
Did you ever hear that termites only swarm to feed and mate during the springtime? Well, that's just a myth. Here's the fact. While they do swarm to mate in the spring, termites eat wood 24/7 year-round. In fact, termites cause an average of $5 billion in property damage every year, and that's no myth. A pest professional is your best defense against the devastation rodents, termites, roaches, and ants can cause to your home and family.
Olson Pest Technicians, 1-800-KIL-BUGS.
Imagine paid vacation, sick leave, holidays, and full medical coverage the moment you start a new job. Plus quarterly profit sharing, 5% 401k match, and a company-paid retirement plan. Your first day on the job. With Parker of Yankton, you don't have to imagine, because all these benefits begin day one. We are hiring assemblers, material handlers, and line operation techs for both shifts. Don't mind working nights? Enjoy a pay differential of $235. If you're looking to upgrade your career and have day one benefits, apply today at Parker.com.
Parker, engineering your success.
Those are the sounds of loyal companions looking for a new home and family. The Heartland Humane Society has dogs and cats looking to become a new member of your family, ready for adoption today. Every animal available for adoption is vaccinated, spayed or neutered, microchipped, and dewormed, saving you over $200 or more in vet care while giving you a loyal friend. Come visit all available animals at 3400 East Highway 50 Yankton or online at heartlandhumanesociety.net.
Are you looking to buy or sell a home, but not sure where to start? I'm Deb Speck with Vision Real Estate, and I'm here to guide you every step of the way. With 20 years of experience and a passion for finding the perfect match, I'll work hard for you, answer all your questions along the way, and make it stress-free. Call me at 605-664-5555, and let's get moving.
All right, back on this pregame show from Coors Light, Miller Lite. Always remember to drink responsibly. Let's go through some of the season stats for these two programs and go ahead and take a look at the two starting pitchers here today. Our game stats from the Meat Lodge. If you want top quality meat at great prices, head to the Meat Lodge in Yankton on the way to the lake, Highway 52. Roll through it here for the Lancers through 48 games they played this season, earned the 7 seed in the GPAC tournament, and they finish up with a 10-18 conference record, 19-29 overall. They end up scoring 348 runs through those 48 games. They're averaging 7.25 runs a game, so a decent offense for the Lancers. On the other end, for the Concordia Bulldogs in 49 games, they have 350 runs. That is exactly 2 more runs than the Lancers, both averaging right around 7.25 runs per game. Batting averages going to be eerily similar as well. A 284 team batting average for the Concordia Bulldogs this season, 286 for the Lancers. On base percentage as a team, 420 for the Lancers, 418 for the Bulldogs. But here's where things get interesting. Home runs, as well as the slugging percentage. 436 for the Lancers for the slugging, 502 for Concordia, because the Lancers have hit 39 home runs on the season. Concordia, 71. 71 long bombs for the Concordia Bulldogs. They really are able to get underneath it when they get their pitches. And it's not one guy either. For, Concordia, they've got a lot of guys that are putting them over the fence. But I will say, far and away, their number one is Bronx Lewis. Bronx Lewis, who comes into today, going to be their right fielder, leadoff batter, 19 home runs hit on the season. There's two other guys that have hit 9 each, in Jake Watson and Luke Wilson. Those are going to be big hitters as well. For the Mount Marty Lancers, some of the big hitters on the season. Tyler Vance, of course, who has 7 home runs on the season, and he hits .364 batting average, 56 RBIs and 63 hits. He's usually the leadoff hitter for the Lancers. Another 7 home runs hit by Cooper Molnaric with 48 hits, 42 runs, and a .345 batting average. Second baseman Daniel Vonnegut, that .356 batting average as well. Those some of the top guys for the Lancers and their batting stats, as well as Jalen Owens, 52 hits, along with 47 stolen bases on the season. Those are some of the guys for each program as we turn to our starting pitchers today. Brought to you by Lewis & Clark Ford, a proud sponsor of Mount Marty Athletics. Visit them at 4th and Capitol in Yankton or at lewisandclarkford.com. Our two starting pitchers for the Mount Marty Lancers, Palmer Jacobs, going to be starting on the mound here today. That .954 ERA. This will be his 11th start of the season. 38 2/3 innings pitched, 48 runs given up on 56 hits, only 41 of those earned, 27 strikeouts to 17 walks on the season for Palmer Jacobs. On the other end for the Concordia Bulldogs coming into today, they're throwing out one of the best guys in the conference, Alex Johnson, who has 3 Player of the Week nods, or Pitcher of the Week nods, I should say, for the Concordia Bulldog there, and the last 2 as well. The last 2 Pitcher of the Week awards both went to Alex Johnson. Johnson on the year, a .401 ERA for the right-handed pitcher, 7 wins, 2 losses, 97 strikeouts to 28 walks. Incredible numbers there. Those brought to you by Lewis & Clark Ford, proud sponsor of Mount Marty Athletics. Visit them at 4th and Capitol in Yankton or at lewisandclarkford.com. Let's go ahead and take another break. When we return, we're going to speak with the head coach of the Mount Marty Lancers, Josh Tykrow, about this Concordia team, what he has seen from them through the year, and then what's going to be what the last couple of hours have looked like and what the night's going to look like for the Lancers, as well as he walks us through the postseason schedule of how they're handling the downtime. Back in a couple of minutes with that and Coach Tykrow. You're listening to Mount Marty Lancer Baseball, starting off the GPAC tournament tonight on KYNT.
It's easy to fall into the weekend warrior routine. A long hike, a hard gym session, a pickup game, or a full day of yard work can feel productive until your body reminds you it hasn't been building up to that load. This is Dr. Mackenzie Erlinson with First Chiropractic Centers. Injuries often happen when the demand suddenly outpaces what your joints and muscles are prepared for. Want to stay active without the setbacks? Visit First Chiropractic Centers today with offices in Yankton, Hardington, Tyndall, and Wagner, inspiring and empowering others to healthier living.
When it comes to insurance, clarity is everything. At Vision Insurance Group, they cut through the fine print so you know exactly what's covered and what's not. From home and auto to life, business, and long-term care, their experts design plans that fit your needs and your budget. Serving South Dakota, Iowa, and Nebraska, visit VisionInsuranceGRP.com for your personalized quote. Vision Insurance Group, protecting your future so you can live in the vision.
Beef, pork, seafood, poultry, and more, all at the Meat Lodge in Yankton. Get top quality meats at great prices. They have specialty items like lamb, brisket, bison, mahi-mahi, crab legs, and lobster. They even have non-meat options like Dimmick cheese, pickled items, seasonings, and sauces. The Meat Lodge in Yankton on the way to the lake on Highway 52. For more, call 689-3000 or go to themeatlodge.com.
Small businesses are the backbone of our community. Core Trust helps your business thrive with checking, online bill pay, small business loans, credit card processing, local approval and support for government grants and loans, investments to grow your hard-earned assets, and insurance to protect them. All from CoreTrust, the community bank that's right down the street and everywhere you want us to be. Visit CoreTrustBank.com today.
Member FDIC.
Have a craving for wings or delicious burgers or pivo fries? Come sink your teeth into the mouth-watering burgers and wings at Checkers Sports Bar and Grill in Yankton. With a menu that's flavor frenzy, there's something for every fan. Grab your friends, bring your family, and head down to Checkers. Checkers Sports Bar and Grill is Yankton's favorite spot for food, friends, and sports. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Your game days belong at Checkers.
And like we just said, you know them well, you've seen them. How do you think the Bulldogs have played this year, and how are you going to prepare for them over the next couple days?
Yeah, they've got a really solid team, really good team. They've got some arms, probably one of the better pitching staffs in our conference and in the country too. I know at one point they were leading the nation in strikeouts. So that's definitely a big part of their success. But yeah, looking forward to getting our offense, prepared for that game on Wednesday, and just being as competitive as we can in the box, and then also just getting everyone just getting dialed in, and we did just get done a couple days ago, so a little bit of recovery that we're working through with our pitching naturally, just with it's a kind of a quick turnaround from the last weekend to the conference tournament, and yeah, just getting everyone prepared for that 6 o'clock game on Wednesday.
And this is going to be an interesting one because you're going to a neutral site this year. You don't have to go to Concordia's place, give them that advantage. You get to play them on a neutral site throughout this pod. That's got to be nice for y'all.
Yeah, it definitely is. Sherman Field is where we'll be playing at in Lincoln. I haven't been there in a long time. I know it is relatively new turf on the infield, so I don't really even know what the field looks like. But yeah, we're excited to be in Lincoln and getting to play there.
So let's go through the whole schedule of the next couple of days. What are the Lancers going to be doing Monday, Tuesday? What time do you leave Wednesday? When are you eating? How are you going to get these guys entertained in hotel rooms on the nights between games? Give me the whole schedule that's going through right now.
Yep. So practice Monday. We'll get a good amount of defensive work in. Start to get a couple guys, just some bullpens to prepare for Wednesday. Tuesday's practice will be, more offensive and just kind of getting prepped up for everything leading into Wednesday's game. We'll leave Wednesday at 12:30 after we eat lunch. Head to our hotel in Lincoln, check in there quick, and then head to the field for our game on Wednesday, and then we'll stay the night in Lincoln Wednesday night and hopefully Thursday night and keep playing as long as we can.
And that was Coach Tykrow from Monday evening on the Lancer Locker. Full interview and an interview with center fielder Jalen Owens on YouTube KYN TV, the Lancer Locker from Monday. You can find that. You're listening to the pregame show from Coors Light and Miller Lite, that from Sherco. When you need to be sure, make it Sherco. Back in a couple minutes. First pitch, Mount Marty's GPAC tournament run gets underway up next.
Before the Lancers play,
after the game, or maybe even while watching it here. Enjoy authentic flavor at RB Grill House and Sports Bar.
We're American-themed and feature handcrafted dishes and daily specials with an amazing selection of beer and spirits. Enjoy burgers, steaks, wings, and ribs, sandwiches, salads, seafood, and plenty of HD TVs.
Authentic flavor,
family-driven,
and a memorable atmosphere.
Join us at RB Grill House and Sports Bar next to River Rocks Event Center on Broadway in Yankton. Go Lancers!
Life moves quickly, especially with a busy family. At Winston Ray Funeral Home and Cremation Service, we understand the importance of planning ahead. Funeral pre-planning is a thoughtful way to ensure your loved ones are cared for, no matter what. You can make decisions now that reflect your wishes, easing the burden on your family later. Because taking care of your family means planning for their future. Visit winsrayfuneralhome.com to learn more.
Hey, we know an auto accident takes a bite out of your life.
You hear that sickening crunch and it's instant stress. Who do I call? What will insurance cover? How long will this take? How much will it cost? Well, relax. You found Abra. Rest assured, the friendly Abra professionals will make your experience easy and hassle-free. They'll help you repair your car so you can get on with your life like nothing ever happened. Contact Abra today. Locally owned and operated by Northtown Automotive, North Highway 81.
There's a difference when a convenience store is locally owned, and you feel it the moment you stop at Triple Time Rudy's. You'll get great quality fuel to keep you on the move, plus local and regional favorites like Dimmick Cheese and premium meats from the Kaler and Renner Lockers. It's the kind of place that's convenient and connected to your community. Conveniently located at 17th and Broadway, Triple Time Rudy's, fueling your day, fueling your community.
Recently, a woman came into the UPS store to make some color copies for a project. As we were finishing up, she asked if we could help her design and print graduation announcements for her daughter. The answer? Of course we can! At the UPS store in Yankton, we've been helping families with everything from basic copies to beautifully customized graduation announcements. Come see us at the UPS store in Yankton today and let us help make your special occasions even more memorable.
Dreaming of a thick green lawn this summer? Kopetsky's Ace is your place. Start with the Scott's 4-Step Lawn Program, delivering the nutrients and weed control your yard needs for that lush, healthy look. And right now, Ace Rewards members save on Scott's products and skip the mowing altogether with a Crest robotic mower. It automatically cuts your grass on a schedule, keeping your lawn perfectly maintained and gives you more time to enjoy it, not work on it. Smart lawn care starts here. Kopetsky's Ace Hardware, the helpful place.
All right, we're back here on that pregame show from Coors Light and Miller Lite. Always remember, drink responsibly as we turn to our pregame starting lineups from Foreman Charters. Let Foreman Charters do the driving for your next trip. See upcoming tours at foremanbus.com. Let's run through the 9 for each team. Concordia, by the way, will be the home team in Game 1. Lancers going to be batting first as the away team. So let's start it off on the mound with Concordia's starting pitcher, Alex Johnson, once again the 3-time Player of the Week in the GPAC this season, including the last 2 nods. 97 strikeouts on the season coming into today and a 4.01 ERA. That is the starting pitcher for the Concordia Bulldogs. Behind home plate is Jake Watson today. At first base is Carson Burnett. At second is Jaden Jordahl. At third is Jimmy Blumberg. Shortstop is Jake Tyler today. Out in left field, Luke Wilson. Center field is Leighton Rivas. And out in right field, Bronx Lewis. That is the opening defense for the Concordia Bulldogs. The Mount Marty Lancer batting order today started off with Tyler Vance, Jalen Owens 2, Daniel Vonnegut bats third today. We'll see those guaranteed in the first. Cooper Molnaric will bat cleanup. Drew Reichen will DH. He'll be batting fifth. Ethan Sinovic, the freshman right fielder, will bat 6. And your 7, 8, 9, Liam Forsyth, Gio Galvin, and Logan Boom getting the nod in left field today. Now, we were scheduled for about a 7:20. It looks like we're going to be a little later, which is a statement I've said too much tonight. But it looks like we're getting the plate meeting right now, so we're going to go ahead and take one final break. We'll come back in just a couple of minutes with First Pitch. You're listening to Lancer Baseball on KYNT.
That's you trying to fix the plumbing yourself to save a few bucks. Doing things yourself doesn't always end well. The same goes for insurance. That's why Auto Owners works with local independent agents who tailor coverage to meet your needs and offer discounts for life, home, car, and business insurance. Because sometimes you need a professional to get the job done right. That's simple human sense.
Don't gamble. Insure with MT and RC Smith Insurance in Yankton, your independent agent for home, business, auto, life, and bonds. Visit mtrcsmithinsurance.com.
Looking for the perfect pair of glasses? At Vision Care Associates, we've got you covered. Step into our showroom and discover our vast selection from timeless classics to the latest trends. With several styles to choose from, you're sure to find the perfect match for your look. Experience personalized service and expert care. Whether you need help finding the right frame or adjusting your new glasses for the perfect fit.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your
At Elwood Family Dental Care, they believe you should understand your dental health, not just receive it. They'll show you your x-rays and photos, explain the why behind any treatment, and make sure you feel confident about your care. And if you have dental insurance, it's a good time to use it. New patient exams and x-rays are often covered at 100%. Learn more at elwoodfamilydentalcare.com, where they take care of the entire family.
If you want a job where your work matters, you belong at Avera. Here, we've invested in our workforce because every Avera team member drives our health ministry forward, making a difference in lives and communities every day. We offer competitive pay, great health insurance, and even career opportunities. We're putting people first, including you. Search for local job openings and apply at avera.org/careers.
Looking for quality furniture and mattresses at a great value? Start at Slumberland Furniture in Yankton. We carry leading brands like Lazy Boy, Ashley, Flex Steel, Sealy, Tempur-Pedic, and Stearns & Foster with styles and comfort options for every room in your home. Our friendly and knowledgeable team is here to help you find just the right fit for your home and with flexible financing options to help you bring home exactly what you want. Furniture, mattresses, and trusted brands all in one place. Slumberland Furniture in Yankton.
What's on your to-do list? Wouldn't it be nice to have it all go according to plan? With Midco by your side, you can rest easy with a partner that always has your back. Going with Midco gets you not only proven reliability, but an internet connection built to go further, go faster, and go beyond. If you're ready to add more certainty to your day, visit midco.com to learn more. Let's go.
Have a large group or event that you'd like to offer clothing for? JJ Benji's can make you look good. Instead of you taking orders, collecting money, and then delivering the clothing, let JJ Benji's handle it all. JJ Benji's will create an online store with the merchandise you want to offer. People order, pay, and then JJ Benji's will ship it. You just provide a link or QR code to the online store, and that's it. Contact JJ Benji's in Yankton for more information. A big thank you from Mount Marty University to one of Yankton's greatest employers and friend of the community, Aztec. They're very proud to support the Mount Marty Lancers. The vision at Aztec is to build industry-changing solutions that create life-changing opportunities. And you can build a career with the group that's built to connect from rock to road. Click careers at aztecindustries.com. Best wishes, Mount Marty, from your friends at Aztec.
John just tried Runza's new Jammin' Bacon Cheeseburger with its sweet heat bacon jam, pepper jack cheese, bacon, and cream cheese.
Whoa, this burger's like totally...
What?
You know, boom, 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 boom.
Not sure I'm getting it.
It's totally jammin'?
Ah, I see. Well, don't jam with your mouth full. Try the Jammin' Bacon Cheeseburger. Because from the way we make it to the way it makes you feel, Runza makes it all better.
All right, we are finally ready to get this ball game underway. Hour 25 later than the scheduled 6 o'clock start time, but we're here. We're ready to roll, and we got some late night baseball coming your way. Tyler Vance for the Lancers, ready to get this thing rolling. He'll be the first batter of the ball game. Once again, Alex Johnson on the mound to start this one off. Thank our final pregame sponsor, the Fairfield by Marriott and Holiday Inn Express. Get great rates and flexible reservation changes by calling the Fairfield by Marriott or Holiday Inn Express in Yankton direct. And let's thank Les Schwab Tires as well for our colors of the game. For tires, brakes, alignments, and more, visit Les Schwab Tire Center in Yankton. Get more from Les. Lancers wearing dark jerseys today. It looks like black tops, gray pants, white letters and numbers on the outfield. Concordia, full white shirt, pants, hats, blue letters and numbers. And we are ready to roll here in Lincoln, Nebraska at Sherman Field, host site of the Concordia Pod of the GPAC tournament. Game 2 today. Dakota Wesleyan defeated Morningside in Game 1. Winner of this game will play Dakota Wesleyan. The loser will play Morningside tomorrow. Here is the first pitch for Tyler Vance. And a strike looking to start it off for the senior shortstop. Tyler Vance this season having to come in in place of the injured Joe Goki from last season, who did not get to play at all this year and has played very well. He's going to start things off with a grounder to the shortstop, and he will run through the throw. Tyler Vance is going to start things off by getting to first base for the Lancers. 2 pitches, he'll get on first. He has a .364 batting average on the season. That's hit number 64 on the year. Bring up Jalen Owens now, who is 4th in the nation in stolen bases, 47 of those on the year to go with 52 hits, and he's going to show bunt on the first pitch, foul it back into the net right behind him for strike one. 0-1 count now for Jalen Owens, another guy who was honored senior day this last weekend for the Mount Marty Lancers, but not out of eligibility. He's looking to go up a level next season and keep stealing bags. 0-1 pitch going to be very high for him. He'll duck that. Ball one. 1-1 count now. Vance leading off of first base. We're at Sherman Field in Lincoln, Nebraska. Just underway, top of the first inning here on KYNT. 102.1 FM, AM 1450. I'm Tehl Tanner here for the GPAC tournament. Bunt skied. Going to come down in foul territory before the third baseman for the Bulldogs can get to that one, but Jimmy Blumberg had a run at it. 1-2 count for Jalen Owens now as long shadows are covering the infield, but not yet the outfield, as start time today was about 7:25. We're going to be under the lights through the majority of this game. Beautiful stadium we're at, by the way. Neutral site down in Lincoln. First time I've been to Sherman Field, and I'm enjoying this ballpark so far. Throw over to first. Vance will get back in time. Won't catch the senior there. Will Alex Johnson. Alex Johnson, once again, 97 strikeouts on the year. He's looking for 3 to start off this game. Going to miss on the next pitch. 2-2 count on the breaking ball. Owens, the second batter of the day, the center fielder for the Lancers. Gold Glove last season. Owens, a .333 batting average and a .420 on base percentage. The 2-2 pitch nearly hit him. Had to duck that one, or he might have took it off the dome. So full count for the center fielder, Jalen Owens, for the Lancers. Vance once again on first. It's Vonnegut on deck. Johnson resettling here. He's nearly hit Owens twice in this at-bat to start things off. Very uncharacteristic for a guy who's only hit 6 batters all year long. Nearly hit Owens twice so far. Full count pitch coming. Owens going to put it out and towards center field. High fly ball in center. Can of corn, and he will be out. Owens flying out to center. Vance returns to first, and here comes Daniel Vonnegut. Catch made out in center by Leighton Rivas. Daniel Vonnegut now steps up to bat for the Lancers. He'll be the second baseman in the bottom of this inning. Vonnegut, .356 batting average, 58 hits on the year, 47 RBIs on the season. Vonnegut with Vance on first takes ball one, just a little high there for Johnson. Johnson, once again, one of the more accomplished pitchers in the GPAC, a right-handed pitcher. 7 wins to only 2 losses in his 11 starts. Strike looking there for Vonnegut. 1-1 count now. This is the 12th start of the season for Johnson. Every appearance a start. 1-1 pitch. A little outside there. Once again catching for Concordia, Jake Watson here in Game 2 of the Concordia pod of the GPAC tournament. Jake Watson, player of the week in the GPAC last week, and he earned it twice this season. He'll be batting second in the order, bottom of the inning. 3 balls, 1 strike now. Another ball throw for Johnson. For Vonnegut, the 3-1. He'll foul that one off, just the tip of the bat. 3-2 now, full count. Second full count of the first inning. Now, before this game started, one of the things I was talking about the Lancers kind of need to do is get Alex Johnson high in the pitch count early. This is Concordia's ace. Want to get him as many pitches as possible. Fly ball to right field. Vonnegut will be caught out in right as well. So the Lancers get their leadoff man on first. A ground ball to the shortstop and running out the throw. After that, Owens will fly out to center. Vonnegut will fly out to right. And that'll bring up the cleanup man, Cooper Molnaric. 2 outs on the board and a man on first. Vance hasn't moved yet, not trying to take second so far. Once again, a very good catcher for Concordia today. Those throwdowns to second, dangerous. Caught the zone on the inside there. First pitch for Molnaric, strike looking. Molnaric in his junior season, batting .345, and a great eye. He's been walked the most of any Lancer. 37 walks to only 20 strikeouts, and that .345 batting average. 1-1 count now after a ball from Johnson. 1-1 with 2 down. Breaking ball, just missed there, the call, 2-1. This should be pitch number 18, I believe, incoming for Johnson. Another throw over to first, the third time he's thrown at Vance. Vance getting back in time. 2 down in the top of this first inning. 2-1 the count for Molnaric once again. Pitch 18 of the first. Going to be hit high again out into shallow left field. Sun in the eyes of the shortstop, as that is the direction it's coming in, but makes the catch nonetheless. Catch made by Jake Tyler. And the Lancers get their leadoff man on first on a ground ball in the infield. But then they have 3 separate flyouts right after that. 1 to center, 1 to right, and 1 to shallow left, the shortstop. That'll do for the top of the first. We'll take a break, come back in 30 seconds, run through the Lancer outfield. You're listening to Mount Marty Lancer Baseball, 0-0 after the top of the first on KYNT.
Windows down, fresh air in. Winter officially out. You can feel it across the Midwest. Hoodies replacing heavy coats, patios coming back to life, and that first night you stay outside just a little longer than you planned. Spring's your reset, a chance to shake off the cold, reconnect with friends, and get back to what feels good. And that's where Michelob Ultra fits right in. Light, crisp, and refreshing, perfect for yard games, grill nights, or just kicking back as the sun goes down. Michelob Ultra. It's only worth it if you enjoy it.
Go through the bottom of the inning starters here today from Foreman Charters. Let Foreman Charters do the driving for your next trips. The upcoming tours at foremanbus.com. Once again, Palmer Jacobs going to be on the mound for the Mount Marty Lancers today. Coming into today, Jacobs out of post 22 in Rapid City, a junior this year for the Lancers. 9.54 ERA. He has 11 appearances. This will be his 11th start as well on his 12th appearance. 2 wins to 6 losses this season, 38 and 2/3 innings pitched, 56 hits, 45 runs, 27 strikeouts to 17 walks, a 189 whip. The rest of the Lancer 9, it'll be Liam Forsyth behind home plate, first base Cooper Molnaric, Daniel Vonnegut at second, over at third is Gio Galvin, Vance the shortstop, Logan Boom in left, Jalen Owens in center, Ethan Sinovic out in right. The batting order for Concordia, Bronx Lewis going to be the leadoff man to start things off. Lewis, once again coming into today, 19 home runs on the season, and he's going to put one right over the right field fence to start this game off. 1 pitch, home run Concordia. Bronx Lewis's 20th of the season. That is 20 home runs for Bronx Lewis, far and away leading the GPAC near the top of the nation. For that young man right there, an incredible start to the GPAC tournament for Bronx Lewis, the senior out of Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Came in from Kirkwood Community College, and what an off-season signing for Concordia this was a while back to bring in Bronx Lewis. He's been one heck of a stud for him. So it's 1-0 is the score of this ball game after 1 pitch there for the Lancers. Jacobs going to have to try to shake that one off, and that's not going to do it. He'll hit the next batter. Jake Watson will take that off the forward arm, and he'll take first base. So not the start the Lancers were hoping for in this GPAC tournament game. For Palmer Jacobs, the 12th home run of the season given up. That was the 13th batter he's hit. Luke Wilson will now step up. The Concordia batting order once again. Bronx Lewis, Jake Watson, Luke Wilson. The 1-2-3. Ball one then thrown by Palmer Jacobs. Jaden Jordal, Carson Burnett, and Andrew Fetty. Your 4-5-6, 7-8-9, Jimmy Blumberg, Jake Tyler, and Leighton Rivas. Andrew Fetty batting 6th will be the DH today. So the 1-0 count for Luke Wilson coming in. Jacobs will find the zone there. Needing to settle himself down. Very first pitch put over the right field fence, a home run by Bronx Lewis. Very next pitch after that, he'll hit the second batter of the day. Got to settle down here facing his third batter in Luke Wilson. Outside throw, make it 2-1 for the junior out of Rapid City. By the way, Zachary Day is out on first base. He's courtesy running for the catcher. Foul ball off the bat of Wilson there. Zach Day is actually second in the GPAC conference in stolen bases this season. He's got 22 of those. Jalen Owens from Mount Marty again leads the league with 47. Jacobs. Another throw, foul ball. Just nailed the top of the bat, fouled into the backstop. 2-2 count for Luke Wilson. Two-two pitch for Jacobs, going to be high here. Ball 3, full count for Luke Wilson. Wilson out and left once again. Game 2 of the Concordia pod here today. Runner's going to go here on the full count. High ball out towards left field. And it is going to be brought in by Logan Boom. Runner returns to first. One out on the board. Logan Boom getting the nod in left field today after coming on strong in mid-April. Got his first hit of his career not even 2 weeks ago now. Now making his start in the GPAC tournament with that catch out and left. One out on the board, 1-0 the score of the game. Next pitch outside. This is Jaden Jordal. Jordal out of Billings, Montana. Senior righty batter. Strike looking on the next one. Outside corner. So 1-1. Now the count here in Lincoln. 1-1 pitch, one down, one on, incoming for the Bulldogs. Jordal lets that one go, outside again, this time just missing the zone. Jordal on the season, .294 batting average, .478 on base percentage. 2-1 pitch for him will be low that time, brought in by Forsyth the catcher. Jordal 6 home runs hit on the season as well, with 45 hits for the senior. 3-1 pitch on the way from Jacobs. Grounder, this one's going to be just past the third baseman, out towards left field, a single. Runner advances to second from first as well. Jordal takes the first bag. A grounder right between short and third, gets out to left, and a single in the books for Jordal. Carson Burnett will now step up. .311 batting average on the year, .472 OBP. Outside throw to start it off for Jacobs. Burnett with 42 hits, 31 RBIs in his junior season for the Bulldogs. 49 slugging percentage as well. 4 home runs. He's going to put that one into the glove of the second baseman, Vonnegut. Fly ball in the infield. Didn't get up too high. Vonnegut brings it in and freezes runners on the bags. Andrew Fetty, now the designated hitter, is coming up to bat for the Concordia Bulldogs. Fetty, a .268 batting average and 142 at-bats on the season. 36 strikeouts to 40 walks. 40 walks for this young man. He has walked the most of any Bulldog this season. First pitch inside for him. Also has 38 hits and 23 RBIs, and he's got a runner in scoring position. Leading off a second is Zach Day, who's out there courtesy running for Jake Watson, the catcher, who got hit by pitch to get on first. He was the second batter of the day. 1-0 is the score of this game. Out towards right field. This one's driven deep. Concordia might get more here. Out in right field, the catch is gonna be made for the second out. And that is number 3, excuse me. That is gonna leave 2 on for Concordia. And that was on the warning track out in right field. Sinovic brings it in, and 2 are left on for the Bulldogs. So 1-0 after the leadoff home run on the first pitch in the bottom of this inning. Lancers are able to hold after that. 1-0 score. We'll come back for the second in 60 seconds. You're listening to KYNT.
I didn't know you did that. We hear that often. This is Matt Hansen with Hansen Briggs Advertising. Our slogan is, for all your printing and promotional needs. I emphasize all because we do apparel, pins, signs, printing, calendars, business cards, custom forms, banners, flyers, drinkware, bulk mailings, and much more. If you have a project, I'm sure Hansen Briggs can help. 1213 West 9th Street in Yankton or online at hansenbriggsadvertising.com.
You can do your own payroll and bookkeeping, but is that really the best use of your time? While you're tracking expenses and balancing spreadsheets, you could be growing your business or actually taking a weekend off. At H&R Block of Yankton, we handle payroll, bookkeeping, and taxes so you can focus on what really matters. Our team keeps your numbers accurate, your records organized, and your time yours again. Let us do the counting so you can do what matters most. Call locally owned H&R Block of Yankton today at 605-665-3366.
Back for the second inning here on KYNT. Thank you to Ben's Brew Station making our broadcast possible today. Ben's Brew Station, the official watch party location at KYN TV. 16 TVs and all the refreshments you need. If it's on KYN TV, it's on at Ben's. Alex Johnson on the mound. It'll be Drew Reichen, the designated hitter, batting 5th in the order to start off the second. Reichen, a Yankton native, grew up in Yankton playing for the home team Bucks and post 12 in the Legion season. He'll start things off with a little hopper. Bounces twice to the shortstop. He'll run out the throw. Just a little hopper went over the head of the pitcher and dropped in front of the shortstop. Bounced twice. Barehand ball from the shortstop. Is able to grab it, fire over to first on the run, but Reichen will beat out the throw. And for the second consecutive inning, Lancers get the leadoff man on first. Ethan Sinovic now, the right fielder and a freshman into the box, batting lefty for the Lancers. Right-handed pitcher again. First pitch strike on the inside, just found the zone. The call, 0-1 to start off Sinovic's at-bat. Sinovic had a busy weekend last weekend. In Game 1 in the 4-game series with Dakota Wesleyan, this kid hit a grand slam. Not a bad way to start off your freshman year. Getting into the 9 for the Lancers here to start off the tournament. 0-2 is going to be his count after another strike looking, though. 0-2 pitch coming from Alex Johnson. Foul ball off the bat for Sinovic. Ethan Sinovic on the year. We'll give you his season stats in his freshman season. .315 batting average. He has 29 hits to 28 RBIs, .565 slugging percentage. Swing and miss at strike 3 there. 4 pitches. 2 strikes looking, a foul off, and then a swing and miss at the 4th. Strikeout for Sinovic here. That'll bring up Liam Forsyth now. This is the catcher for the Lancers. Forsyth, kind of an interesting series of at-bats he's had, 71 of them on the year. Only a 197 batting average, but a 355 on base percentage. And he's got 14 hits and 18 RBIs on the season. An up-and-down year for Forsyth for sure, but Lancers can certainly use an up day from him, and he's had plenty of those throughout the season. 1-0 the count here for Johnson. Make it 2-0. Now, this is not the first time this year the Lancers have seen Alex Johnson. They saw him in the, I believe actually don't know. It would have been the final game of, the first game of the series this year. Alex Johnson pitched. It was a 4-game series with Mount Marty and Concordia. As there is a grounder out towards right field, gets into the outfield before it drops, and that is a single in the books for Forsyth. Throw over to third. What a throw. They're able to make the tag. Riken tried to turn second and take 3, and the throw from right field was on a frozen rope to third base. Somehow beat Riken there. Bronx Lewis, one heck of a throw, finding Blumberg over at third. Frozen rope of a throw. Riken thrown out at third. One heck of a throw. Interrupting what we were talking about with Alex Johnson, but man, 2 outs on the board. After the hit from Forsyth, Forsyth still gets a single in the books, but now 2 outs on the board as we welcome Gio Galvin to the plate. This is the third baseman for the Lancers. He'll take a strike look and checked his swing on that one. Throw over to first. Johnson's done that a couple of times here today. Likes checking the man over there. As Corbett Freeman is out there, courtesy running for the catcher for the Lancers. Pitch outside of the next one. So 1-1 count here for Gio Galvin, the third baseman for the Lancers. Now, once again, this is not the first time the Lancers have seen Alex Johnson. Game 1 of the 4-game series, they did take a loss to him. 6-2 was the final there. It was a 7-inning game in the first game of a doubleheader. And Johnson threw a complete game, allowed 3 hits, only 2 runs, had 11 strikeouts to 4 walks on the year. Alex Johnson threw a complete game, got the 6-2 win for the Bulldogs to start off that series. One, 2 count here for Gio Galvin. Throw over to first again, still safe. Gio Galvin batting .161 on the year and a .356 on base percentage for the junior. Throw to first again. These Lancers like to try and steal bases. At one point, they were at the top of the nation this season. Later in the season, teams have kind of become aware that that's their MO and have been ready for it, trying to bait it into them. Ball throw on the next one for Galvin. 2-2 count. Stolen bases, actually, I believe they are back at the top, or at the top of the conference for sure. And there is one right there, right as we're talking about it. Corbett Freeman is going to take second. Win on the next throw, and there he goes. So Corbett Freeman with the stolen base there, and then a walk is going to come in. Full count pitch, and that'll send Gio Galvin to first. So Corbett Freeman with a good steal there, and then Galvin will be walked. Still 2 outs on the board, but now a runner in scoring position as Logan Boom will step up. Logan Boom out in left field. He's going to put one up high. Fly ball. It's turning foul. Third baseman has a play on it. Running underneath of it and will make the catch. One pitch for Boom. He'll fly out to the third baseman, running well into foul territory to grab that one. And that is 3 outs. Lancer's going to leave 2 on in the second. 1-0. Concordia leads this game. Back in another 60 seconds for the Bulldog Bats on KYNT.
In nearly every family's lineage, there's a tie to agriculture. It's a legacy reflected in how we raise our kids, help our neighbors, and respect what we have. Farmers Union Insurance was built on that legacy. And while our roots are in agriculture, our protection has grown to include home, auto, business, health, and life. Protect your legacy. Farmers Union Insurance.
If it's time to review the look of the signage of your business, let Mayer Signs help. They offer all types of signs, including exterior and interior signage, fleet wraps, digital signs, and much more. They also do logo creation and vehicle wraps. Their technicians arrive on site fully equipped to get the installation done with quality workmanship. With the latest tools and technology, Mayer Signs provides high-quality installation service for any sign. Contact Mayer Signs today on 4th and Broadway in Yankton.
Back for the bottom of the second on KYNT, courtesy of Les Schwab Tires. For tires, brakes, alignments, and more, visit Les Schwab Tire Center in Yankton. Get more from Les. Bottom of the second, 1-0. Concordia leads after the first pitch home run for the leadoff hitter of the Bulldogs, Bronx Lewis, in the bottom of the first. Blumberg, who bats 7th in the order for the Bulldogs, going to lead off the bottom of the second. Lancers leave 2 on in the top of the inning, and easily the play of the inning was the second out. The throw from right field to third was just impressive. First pitch, strike, swing in here. Palmer Jacobs will deliver for Jimmy Blumberg. Out in right field, that throw from Bronx Lewis over to third base, catching Riken as he tried to take an extra bag on a single hit by Liam Forsythe, and they're able to catch him there for the second out of the inning, and that was one heck of a throw. Without that, Lancers might have been able to bring in a run here. Riken would have been in scoring position during the Gio Galvin at-bat. Might have had a chance at that one for Logan Boom as well, with only 1 out on the board at that point. Outside throw on the next one. A 1-2 count here for the man at the plate and Jimmy Blumberg. Concordia once again ahead 1-0 to start off this ball game. Blumberg batting .250 on the year, 33 hits, 32 RBIs, and Jacobs going to hit his second batter of the day on the next pitch. And so the second HBP taken by the Bulldogs off Palmer Jacobs to start this game. Jacobs gave up the home run in the first pitch to Bronx Lewis, hit Jake Watson, who was the next man out. From there, had a good inning work, got out 3 of the next 4 batters, all flyouts, but starting off the second with hitting Jimmy Blumberg. Next pitch, foul ball off the bat of Jake Tyler. This is the shortstop for the Concordia Bulldogs, now into bat. Tyler's had a little bit of work so far, a couple grounders to him. The Lancers have been able to beat out a couple throws, though, as they've been slow rollers getting there, giving the batter time. Jacobs ready's the 0-1. That one outside. Runner's going to go here. Bounced off the catcher. Throw is on a dot. Forsythe put it right in the glove of the shortstop, Vance. He was right in position. Left-hand glove stretched out right in the base runner's path. And a throw down to second for the first out of the inning. Erase the HBP. The Lancer infield able to clean up their own mistakes. Return to the at-bat, 1-2
Buying
the
a
count
home
after
isn't just about real estate.
Infield, or after a, sorry about that. After 1-2. All right, looks like we're all right. So the 1-2 pitch incoming now, low outside. So 2-2 count here for Jake Tyler. Tyler bats 8th in the order again, 240 batting average. Second man up of the inning. First man just got caught at second. Grounder to the third. Galvin could have fielded it clean. Throw over to first base. Molnaric brings in the throw in plenty of time. And the Lancer infield putting in some work here in the bottom of the second. Throw down to second from Forsythe to Vance. Caught stealing is the first batter, Blumberg, who got on base after the HBP. And then Jake Tyler after a great throw from Palmer Jacobs. Throw into contact, ground ball to third. Galvin Fields throws to first. 2 up, 2 down for the Lancers. So 2 outs on the board, and here's the 9-hole batter for the Concordia Bulldogs, Leighton Rivas. Rivas takes ball 1 on the outside here. Leighton Rivas, a guy who has not seen a whole lot of work this season. He's out in center field today. We'll talk about his batting average after this. Outside throw again from Jacobs. Leighton Rivas in 27 at-bats this season has 1 hit, no RBI, has 8 strikeouts to 11 walks, a .037 batting average on the season. But he's going to get a hit here, only his 2nd of the year. So sometimes a coach just sees something in a player, making a surge in practice and BPs, and takes a chance putting a player out there with only 1 hit on the season, and he delivers in the GPAC tournament. Leighton Rivas, his 2nd hit of the season. You got to love when a coach just has faith in his players. Ryan Dupick goes with Rivas to play center today and rewards him with a hit. 2 outs on the board. Rivas takes first base, and we're now back at the top of the batting order, and here's Bronx Lewis again. That leadoff home run over the right field fence last time he was here. Jacobs throws this time, going to be low inside. Ball 1 for Bronx Lewis. One-0 here, 1 on, 2 down for the Lancers. Outside throw this time from Jacobs. 2-0 the count. Bronx Lewis just hit his 20th home run of the season in the first pitch he saw today. This is the leadoff batter for the Concordia Bats with 2 outs on the board. 2-0 the count from Palmer Jacobs, the junior out of Rapid City, finding the zone that time in the fastball. 2-1 count now for Lewis. Two-one pitch. Once again, 2 down, 1 on. Into the zone. Got him on the breaking ball. 2-2. Swing and miss from Bronx Lewis there. Now, Bronx Lewis, 20 home runs, but has been struck out 61 times this year, but walked 38 times as well. Still a .331 batting average. He'll put this one high up in the infield. Can of corn. A first baseman brings it into the glove for out number 3. And the Lancers get the fly out to end the inning. Concordia will leave 1 on. Bronx Lewis will fly out to end the second. And that will do it for 2. 1-0 to score the home run for Bronx Lewis, leading off the bottom of the first. Still our only score. Concordia by 1. You're listening to Lancer Baseball on KYNT.
Carbless handcrafted premium cocktails are a ready-to-drink vodka and tequila-based cocktail with no carbs, no sugar, gluten-free, and only 100 calories. It's guaranteed to be bursting with flavor in every sip. The Carbless Mix Pack is sure to please any crowd with a compilation of all the best-selling ready-to-drink cocktails, including sweet, citrus, and a twist of tequila flavors like lemon lime, black raspberry, cranberry, and margarita. Grab some today. Carbless cocktails. Less is more.
KYNT, Yankton, FM 1021 and AM 1450, Yankton's home team.
When First Dakota National Bank created Dakota Mac in 1993, we knew we could offer ag producers something few other banks dared to. Long-term, fixed-rate loans for ag real estate refinances and purchases. Today, we go by Landera, and we provide the same great service. And even more banking options to help your operation thrive for generations to come. Banking evolves. Trust endures. Landera, a division of First Dakota National Bank.
All right, back here at Sherman Field on KYNT 102.1 FM AM 1450. Alex Johnson came out, stood on the mound for a moment. Official and head coach come out to talk with him, and Johnson is now returning to the dugout, and I am not sure what is going on here. We'll find out for you as soon as we can, but it looks like there's going to be a new pitcher out there to start the third inning for Concordia. I thought that was Harrison Haquam. I believe that was number 16 walking out there. Maybe? See if he turns his back and I can see it again. Got a fleeting glance at it a moment ago. And it is. He just turned around. All right, so it is number 16, Haquam. He's a sophomore out of Omaha Central, playing not too far from where he grew up over here in Lincoln, Nebraska tonight. But the big story, once again, Alex Johnson just left the game. Alex Johnson, 1 strikeout today, and that was his 98th of the season. This is one of the top pitchers not only in the GPAC, but in the NAIA. A guy who threw a complete game against this Lancer lineup earlier this season in a win, and he has exited. So we'll see if we can get word of what happened, but man, that is a blow for the Bulldogs. The only thing I can say is I hope he's okay. I guess maybe the only silver lining is if he is okay, Concordia will be able to use him again later in the tournament, as long as he's good, because he only, threw 2 innings, 34 total pitches, but wow. All right, well, let's go ahead and tell you about the new pitcher out there for the Concordia Bulldogs, and it's a guy who hasn't actually had that much work this season, but in the work he's seen has been incredible. Haquam, this will be his 8th appearance on the season. He's pitched 15 1/3 innings. He has 1 win and 1 save and a 3.52 ERA on the season. He's allowed only 8 hits and 6 runs in those 15 1/3 innings, and a 17 strikeout per 9 average, 29 strikeouts to 3 walks. Only a sophomore, but Haquam, one heck of a pitcher out there. And he will be seeing the leadoff batter for the Lancers, leading off not only the game, but the third, Tyler Vance, who hit a single in his first trip to the box, leading off this ball game back in the first inning. He did hit a single, but was eventually left on base. Swing and miss there. It's a 1-1 count after a ball 1 throw, strike 1 swinging on the next. Foul ball off the bat of Vance on the next one. It's a 1-2 count. Haquam, a right-handed pitcher. Sophomore, the big story once again, Alex Johnson exiting early. 1-2 pitch coming for Tyler Vance. Vance's lone hit to start off the game put it just over the head of the pitcher, dropping in front of the shortstop. Bounced a couple of times before the shortstop got there, and foul ball again, keep the count at 1-2. And Vance was able to run out the throw, but was left on first base at the end of the inning. The next 3 batters all flew out after that. All good contact, all getting to the outfield, but into the glove of a Bulldog each time for the next 3 bats. 1-2 pitch on the way from Haquam. Vance going to put a single out towards left field, and Vance has back-to-back hits to start this game right between short and third for the senior. So Tyler Vance with a single once again as Jalen Owens will now step up to bat. Vance, that's hit number 65 on the year. Jalen Owens now coming up, who's got 52 and a 333 batting average. 420 on base percentage. Jalen Owens flew out to center field, a deep shot to center last time he was in the box in the top of the first. Grounder this time, straight to the shortstop. Might have grounded into a double play. Throw to first. Owens did not beat out the throw. Grounding into a double play. Vance caught at second. Bad positioning on the grounder from Jalen Owens. It went straight to the shortstop, who was 2 steps off a second. He tags the bag himself. And then Jake Tyler, the shortstop, fires over to third. Carson Burnett is there, and a double play for the Bulldogs. Take away the Lancer momentum. Vonnegut sees his first pitch high, ball 1. Bases clearing, double play. One-0 pitch on the way. Vonnegut fouls this one back. Vonnegut once again, .356 batting average on the year, batting third in the order today. Flew out to deep right last time he was here. Was the second out of the first inning. 1-1 pitch on the way with 2 down and nobody on here is the third batter to the inning. 2-1 count here. Outside throw. One hopped in front of home plate. Our game today from Core Trust Bank, helping you achieve your personal and business goals. Core Trust Bank, raise your expectations. Member FDIC. Haquam fires the next one. Once again, bounced right about at home plate. Got by the catcher, but nobody on. 3-1 the count. 2 outs. Cooper Molnaric on deck should we get there. 2 outs. 3-1 the count. Haquam going to put it in the zone. Fouled off the bat of Vonnegut here. After 8 o'clock, we're starting the third inning here in Lincoln. Full count pitch now, 2 outs. Out towards left field, driven into the glove of the left fielder. Vonnegut flew out to right in his first at-bat. He'll fly out to left here. And the Lancers go 1-2-3. Vance with a single to get on first. Owens then grounds into a double play. Vonnegut will fly out to left. We go to the bottom of the third. 1-0, Concordia leads this game. You're listening to Lancer Baseball on KYNT.
Stop in and see what's new this spring at Lewis & Clark Ford in Yankton, where a new season means a new way to drive forward. Whether you're shopping for a new Ford, a quality pre-owned vehicle, or scheduling service and maintenance, we're here to help make your experience easy and enjoyable. Whether you're upgrading your ride or keeping it running strong, it's all in one place at Lewis & Clark Ford. Stop in at 4th and Capitol or visit us at lewisandclarkford.com. Lewis & Clark Ford, the deals you want, the Ford you love.
Les Schwab Tires has been proudly serving communities for over 70 years, and we've collected thousands of inspiring stories. Like Kate, who was off on a long road trip with her best friend when the dash lit up like a game show. They find the nearest Les Schwab. Turns out they really needed an oil change. It was done in a flash. Road trip saved. At Les Schwab, we're proud to keep you rolling. Les Schwab Tires. Our greatest story is yours. Stories are composites inspired by real customer feedback.
1-0 the score this game, bottom of the third. You're listening to KYNT. Our game today from Dakota Beverage, whether it's Coors Light or Miller Lite, always remember, drink responsibly. Bottom of the third, 1-0. The lone score still the lead off home run from Bronx Lewis for Concordia in the first inning. Palmer Jacobs on the mound for the Mount Marty Lancers has been stellar since then, put up a 0 in the second and left 2 on in the bottom of the first. 4 batters saw the box in the second. Foul ball off the bat to start things off. This is Jake Watson, the 2-time player of the week in the GPAC and last week's player of the week. He was hit by a pitch on the first pitch he saw to start off the first inning earlier. Zach Day, his courtesy runner, was left on second at the end of the inning. Pitch inside there from Jacobs. 1-1 count now for Jake Watson. Outside throw there, 2-1 for Jacobs. 2-1 pitch coming now. Righty bat to lead off this inning. And that went just off the base of the bat. Vance finds it on the run, throws over to second. Vance got there in time. Took 3 hops before it got to the shortstop. Vance, he's able to bring it in on the run and throw out the runner at first. Mulnerick, a great catch. A beautiful ball from Vance. Luke Wilson now steps out. Flew out to left his first time up, the first out of the first inning. The lefty batter, outside throw here. Wilson, a .328 batting average, 36 RBIs, 45 hits. Only a junior for the Bulldogs. Next throw outside again, 2-0 count now. 1-0 again, the score of the game. Concordia on top. 2-0 pitch. Out towards left field. It's foul. Caught the warning track near the left field fence in foul territory. Luke Wilson out of Calgary, Alberta. Transferred in from Miles Community College, a good pickup for the baseball team. Went to Churchill High School in Alberta, Canada. 2-1 count after, or 2-2 after another foul. 1 out. Next pitch going to go out towards center field on a line drive right over the head of the pitcher. Didn't have a chance at it. The 2-2 is going to result in a single for Luke Wilson. Jaden Jordahl now stepping up. This is the second baseman. Jordahl hit between short and third to get himself on first back in the first inning. As it'll take strike one looking here, and it's my favorite time of year is we have unofficial flyover that somebody just left the Lincoln Airport, a nice big passenger plane just a little far past left field, but could see the crowd pointing at it for a moment. 0-1 count here after the first pitch. Jacobs will fire right down the middle there for strike two. 0-2 count, 1 down. 1 on. Jordahl again out of Billings, Montana, and another transfer from Miles Community College. Gotta assume Jordahl and Luke Wilson, who's on first, knew each other at Miles Community College well as they both came into Concordia together. Oh, 2 pitch outside. Forsyth tracks it down, bounced off him and back into play, and he had to go grab it before anybody went running. Some late night baseball here in Lincoln as both the two teams that played earlier today are in the stands taking in baseball. They're going to be playing, each team is going to be playing one of these a little later. Grounder to the third, going to throw over to second. That's 1. Throw to first. Lancer is going to turn 2. 5-4-3 double play to end the third inning. Both teams with a double play in the third. Both teams go 1-2-3, 3 up and 3 down after double plays. You're listening to 102.1 FM, AM 1450, 1-0 Concordia after 3 on KYNT.
There's a lot happening this summer in Yankton, from fun at the lake to the exciting 250th celebration, riverboat days, and much more. Whether you're planning a weekend escape or have friends and family visiting, book a stay at the Fairfield by Marriott or Holiday Inn Express in Yankton. Both hotels are centrally located, just minutes from shopping, restaurants, and all the summer action. For great rates and flexible reservation options, call the Fairfield by Marriott or Holiday Inn Express Direct.
The easy way to travel is to let Foreman Charters do the driving. Here are some upcoming tours. In June, head for the hills and the famous Medora musical. See the Grand Canyon and other Southwest National Parks in July. Marvel at the glorious colors with the New England Fall Foliage Adventure at the end of September, and kick off the holiday season with a trip to Branson in November. For more on Foreman Charter Tours, go to foremanbus.com.
The score of the game as we start the fourth. Mount Marty Lancer baseball today, a courtesy of Aztec. Build your career with the group that's built to connect. Rock to Road, as well as Landera. You may have known Landera previously as Dakota Mac. Today, they're Landera with the same great service and more banking options to help your operation thrive. Learn more at landeraegg.com. 1-0 score, still the leadoff home run from Bronx Lewis, the lone score in this one. Concordia over Mount Marty. Game 2 of the Concordia pod of the GPAC tournament. Winner of this will play Dakota Wesleyan University tomorrow at noon. The loser of this game will play Morningside at 3, double elimination tournament. That game at 3 will be an elimination game. First pitch ball going to be fired here from Harrison Haquam once again. Haquam came in last inning after the early departure of Alex Johnson. 1-0 pitch out towards right field, fouled off the bat from Cooper Molnaric. Molnaric had a high shot out into shallow left field to end the first inning, and it was caught by the shortstop out in shallow left. Out 3 of the first. 1-1 pitch coming. Outside again, 2-1 count for Molnaric. Guy with a good eye. Molnaric once again has been walked the most of any Lancer, 37 of those on the year. Haquam will find the zone that time and get a missed swing from Molnaric. 2-2 the count. 2-2 pitch. First batter of the third inning, Molnaric. Bats clean up in the order, and he'll strike out here swinging. And once again, the young sophomore strikeout specialist here for Concordia. He's had one heck of a season. And we'll start off the third with a strikeout. Haquam, that's number 30 on the year. First pitch strike delivered for Drew Reichen after that. Reichen hit a grounder to the shortstop, was able to beat the throw over to first. It was a little bouncer that took quite a lot of time to get to the shortstop, gave Reichen plenty of time to get up to top speed, and he was able to get to the bag first, but now 0-2 the count for him. After the leadoff single in the second, he was left on base, or actually thrown out at third in that incredible throw from right field after the Forsyth hit, but foul ball here from Reichen, an 0-2 count with one down. Reichen, a family name known well around the Yankton area and Mount Marty for sure. There's 4 different Reichens that were at Mount Marty just last year, 3 this year. There's more in high school right now. Outside throw, 1-2. Reichen's brother plays for the basketball team as well as his cousin in Mac and Rugby Reichen, both playing basketball this season. Lancer team that ended up earning the 4 seed and a home game in the GPAC tournament this season. Won that home game. Reichen fouls off another pitch. He's battling here in this at-bat with Haquam. It's a 1-2 count still. He's fouled off, I think, 3 different foul balls with 2 strikes on the board. Reichen a .235 batting average this season. Foul ball again. Riken just keeping himself alive, battling with Haquam, the sophomore, in this at-bat. Our field conditions again, beautiful, beautiful. 58 degrees here in Lincoln. Just partly cloudy. The sun is setting right now. The temperature is going to drop a little, but it's just beautiful. High 50s is just perfect for baseball. Grounder, foul again. Riken still firing here. And almost no wind. Taking a look at the flagpole here, and it's not even moving. It is a perfect night for baseball, and we're going to be playing under the lights here. We're just starting the fourth, and it's 8 after 8:20. The 1-2. Low throw. Catcher has to go grab it, but nobody on. Nobody will advance. 2-2 count, one down. So Riken now evens the count at 2 apiece with 1 out on the board. Haquam again going to miss low. So Riken, who has fouled off 4 or 5 foul balls in this at-bat, has fought his way back into a full count. Full count pitch from Haquam. And Riken going to get a hit out of this deal. Riken puts it right between short and third. He'll stand on first, and that's back-to-back singles for Drew Riken to start the game in the second and now here in the fourth. Wasn't that bat for Drew Riken there? Really had to battle in this one. And finally was able to get himself on base. The official talking with the Concordia coach for a moment. Now, I'm not sure what this was about. It was not a close play. There actually was no play. It was just a grounder out towards left field between short and third. Riken was on first, but the Concordia head coach clearly upset about something. Now, Ryan Dupick, a very veteran coach in the GPAC. I mean, he's been here 12 years. He's a guy who knows what he's doing, but very upset with the officials here. And I'm not sure why. Seemed a very routine play, as there was, once again, there wasn't even like a play to speak of. Riken just had a hit out towards left field and was easily on first base. So not sure what exactly was going on. Maybe we'll find out between innings. Haquam going to fire again. Next man up, this is Ethan Sinovic. Ethan Sinovic did strike out back in the second inning. Took 4 pitches to get him down. All strikes, 1 foul. 0-1 pitch, swing and miss to start it off. Sinovic gonna fire here. Grounder out towards right field. It'll get past the second baseman, and Sinovic gonna get himself on base once again. Sinovic coming off a very good weekend last weekend. We mentioned the Grand Slam earlier. Had a 5 RBI game 1 of the series against Dakota Wesleyan, and of course 4 of those on the Grand Slam. And that was the tide turner as well. The Lancers were trailing 7-4 in the bottom, I think, the 5th inning of that game 1 with Dakota Wesleyan. It was only going to 7. In the bottom of the 5th, Lancers are able to load up the bases, down 7-4. They put a freshman in, lefty bat, throws it over the fence, Grand Slam. They take an 8-7 lead, and they end up hanging on and winning 10-9 a week ago tomorrow. 1-0 the score of this game again. Concordia on top of Mount Marty, but only 1 out and 2 on now for the Lancers. Drew Riken in scoring position. Foul ball off the bat of Liam Forsythe, the catcher, who's back up to bat now. Hit a single in his first at-bat in the second. Corbett Freeman came in to run the bags for him and stole second base. A 0-1 pitch here. Nearly hits the batter again. Liam Forsythe went down to one knee to avoid taking that one off his helmet. Forsythe again. He's out of Castro Valley, California. 1-1 pitch coming for the senior. Breaking ball, found the zone looking. Good pitch from Haquam there, froze the batter. But the Lancers, after a opening strikeout from Milneric to start the fourth, back-to-back singles. Reichen with a single between short and third. Ethan Sinovic between the second base and the second baseman. Just to the right of the pitcher. 1-2 pitch. Another high throw, and that one's going to advance runners now on a wild pitch. Oh, man. Forsythe, that was a dangerous one. Had to duck down from that one, too. Very high and inside, got by the catcher, and now runners on second and third for the Lancers. The best opportunity they have had in this ball game by a mile. One out on the board, and now runners on second and third. Sinovic on second, Reichen on third. In scoring position, a junior and a freshman. And Liam Forsythe, the senior, with a chance to give the Lancers a lead with a base knock here. Swing and miss at strike three, though. The 2-2 pitch, a nasty one. Haquam will set him down. Forsythe saw something there, saw something he could learn from. As he was walking off the field, stopped Gio Galvin, who was on deck, and had a quick word with him, telling him something about Haquam's pitches. Maybe he saw something that Gio Galvin can now use. We're about to find out. 2 outs on the board. Gio Galvin, the third baseman, now in the box. Righty pitcher, righty batter. Runners on second and third. 2 down. No score for the Lancers. And there's one out towards right field, and it is going to be caught out in right. It just got far enough out in right field for it to be caught. Galvin had good contact, but it didn't drop in front of the right fielder. Lancers will leave 2 on to start the fourth. 1-0, the score will stand. Concordia on top of this ball game. Back in another 60 seconds for the Bulldog Bats. You're listening to Lancer Baseball in the GPAC tournament on KYNT.
The Sherco exclusive SureLink wireless remote system features the most advanced industrial Bluetooth technology and best-in-class express operation. Operate any Sherco electric product with the SureLink Pro and EZR remotes, or with your smartphone using the SureLink app. To learn more, contact your authorized Sherco distributor or find us at Sherco.com. Demand the best. Demand Sherco.
Practice, meetings, errands, homework. Life doesn't slow down. That's why Yankton Pizza Ranch makes dinner easy. Our buffet is hot, fresh, and ready when you are. Pizza, desserts, and the country's best chicken. When your schedule's packed but you still want something delicious, make it a buffet day at Yankton Pizza Ranch, serving daily from 11 to 8.
It's where life tastes better. Surround 'em up and head her down to the Pizza Ranch. Whoa, that's good.
So 1-0 after 3.5. Bottom of the fourth inning now on KYNT, KYNTV. It's Palmer Jacobs, the junior out of Rapid City, post-22 kid on the mound here for the Lancers. Put up zeros in the second and third. 1 run given up in the first. It was a leadoff home run, but Jacobs has been absolutely stellar since that leadoff home run. 1-0 Concordia leads the game. Jacobs ready to fire to start the bottom of the fourth. Carson Burnett will take the first pitch, ball 1. Burnett flew out to the second baseman, kind of a line drive to the second baseman back in the first inning. That was out number 2 of the first. This time he'll have a line drive right into the glove of the third baseman. Gio Galvin on the fast corner, diving to his right, brings it into the left glove. Left-handed glove, and that's 1 out to start things off. Galvin on the fast corner with a great catch there. Andrew Fetty was the 3rd out of the first inning. Left 2 on as he flew out to right field. Fetty, the designated hitter for the Concordia Bulldogs. Batting 6th in the order. Jacobs breaking ball just outside. Ball 1 to start it off. One 1-0 count, outside throw again for Palmer. So 2-0 Jacobs, in the pitch count, he just hit over 50. So in the low 50s here is Jacobs. Found the zone that time, 2-1 count on the fastball. Our game today from Parker Hannafin, day one of your new career. Parker Yankton has immediate openings for all production positions, offering newly increased wages, 13 paid holidays, and some of the most competitive benefits in the area, all beginning on day one. Learn more at parker.com. 2-1 pitch, Jacobs. Just inside there. 3-1 count now. Down in the count is the junior pitcher. Nobody on base, 1 out. The line out to the third baseman, Galvin, to open up the inning. Half inning. 1-0. The score. Just got the outside there. Make the count full on the breaking ball. So Fetty, the designated hitter. Second batter up, 1 out on the board. Full count pitch from Palmer Jacobs. Out towards center field. This one's driven deep. Owens going back towards it. He'll stop in front of the warning track and make the catch out in deep center. Fetty will fly out to deep center. That'll bring back Jimmy Blumberg, who is the third baseman himself. He got hit by pitch back in the second, and it was an incredible throw down to second as he was trying to steal from Liam Forsythe, the catcher for the Lancers. The throw down to second was absolutely perfect into the glove of Tyler Vance, right in the base path, able to make the tag. Beautiful throw down from Forsythe led to Jimmy Blumberg after getting on by an HBP, being thrown out at second. He's got no 1 count off Jacobs so far. Make it 0-2 after a foul ball going backwards into the net. 0-2 count now for Blumberg. And the second time he has faced Jacobs today. This is the 7th batter in the order. Jake Tyler on deck and Rivas in the hole for the Bulldogs. But 2 outs on the board, and now a high fly ball in the infield. This could be 3. Galvin will bring it in. He catches 2 of the 3 outs himself. He caught the first and a line drive right to him over at third to start it off, and then out number 3, infield fly. He came up a few feet to go grab it. So at the end of 4, 1-0 Concordia, still with that leadoff home run, and the lead 1-0 on KYNT. Back in another 60, Lancer Athletics, Mount Marty baseball in the postseason.
Imagine paid vacation, sick leave, holidays, and full medical coverage the moment you start a new job. Plus quarterly profit sharing, 5% 401k match, and a company-paid retirement plan. Your first day on the job. With Parker of Yankton, you don't have to imagine, because all these benefits begin day one. We are hiring assemblers, material handlers, and line operation techs for both shifts. Don't mind working nights? Enjoy a pay differential of $235. If you're looking to upgrade your career and have day one benefits, apply today at parker.com.
Parker, engineering your success.
Heartland Humane Society needs your help finding forever homes for over 750 pets. Pets in the shelter's care are fully vaccinated, microchipped, and always great with people. You can help by volunteering to walk a dog or cuddle a cat, by fostering a pet for just the weekend or long term, by making a donation to cover an animal's care, or by choosing adoption. To learn more, visit heartlandhumanesociety.net.
All right, back here to go to the 5th inning on KYNT, and looking like there's a new pitcher out on the mound here for the Lancers. That's number 16, Garrett Seamson, the junior out of Papillion, Nebraska, or... Oh, excuse me, wait. Oh, my gosh, I'm stupid. That's Harrison Haquam. Lancers are batting, because it's the top of the inning. I'm so used to the Lancers being the home team. This is the first road game I've actually gotten to cover this year, which has been a lot of fun, even though we're a neutral site game here down in Lincoln. But yes, Lancers up to bat to start it off. Swing and miss for Logan Boom, the 9-hole batter for the road team here today, opening game for the Lancers and the Bulldogs in the GPAC tournament. Logan Boom, a guy who got his first hit of the season less than 2 weeks ago. This is a junior who came in, was able to get his first hit against Morningside on April 16th, and then they were able to start him the next game. He came in the bottom of the 7th, got a hit, gave the Lancers some momentum, and then they gave him a chance to start. They put him in the order out and left in the next game, and he got 2 hits and an RBI. This time, he'll strike out. Logan Boom will be set down here. So we go back to the top of the batting order now after that strikeout. Now we're going to have a mound visit. Ryan Dupick coming out to talk with his infield. He's clapping his hands, and we're going to have a pitching change after that strikeout. So the day is done for Harrison Hayquam. Hayquam came in relief after the early departure of Alex Johnson, who only ended up throwing the first 2 innings. Might have felt a little bit of discomfort in his throwing arm is what it seemed to be, and Hayquam, after that strikeout, going to be done for the day as well. So a new pitcher coming into the game for the Concordia Bulldogs. See if we can see who it is before we send it to break for him to warm up. That might be 39. That is DJ Anderson. He's a righty. He's a junior out of Vacaville, California. And is this right on the roster? He's 6'8"? Oh my gosh. He's a large dude out there out of California. 6'8" pitcher coming in to throw in relief. We'll come back in 30 seconds as he warms up. Tyler Vance, the Lancers leadoff man, will be his first bat. Back in 30.
Beef, pork, seafood, poultry, and more, all at the Meat Lodge in Yankton. Get top quality meats at great prices. They have specialty items like lamb, brisket, bison, mahi-mahi, crab legs, and lobster. They even have non-meat options like Dimmick cheese, pickled items, seasonings, and sauces. The Meat Lodge in Yankton on the way to the lake on Highway 52. For more, call 689-3000 or go to themeatlodge.com.
All right, new pitcher out there for the Concordia Bulldogs. The day is done for Harrison Hayquam, and one of the big questions I had with the early departure of Alex Johnson was how far they were going to let Hayquam go, because it is the GPAC tournament. It's a lot of the times winners of these games late in the pods is who has the most arms left, so they do not want Hayquam to throw that many. He only throws 38 pitches, and a great 38 pitches. He allowed only 3 hits, no runs, 3 strikeouts, no walks, faced only 9 batters in 2 1/3 inning. He got the strikeout on Logan Boom to start off this inning, and now we go to the third pitcher of the game for Concordia. That's DJ Anderson out on the mound. Once again, the 6'8" junior out of Vacaville, California. 6'8" right-handed pitcher, far and away the largest guy on either roster here. And he'll be facing the top of the batting order for the Lancers. Tyler Vance, who has back-to-back hits in this game in the 1st and 3rd, now back out here in the 5th with 1 out on the board after the strikeout of the 9-hole batter Boom to start off the inning. So Alex Johnson threw only 34 pitches, gave up 3 hits, no runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, faced 9 batters. Hayquam faced 9 as well. And now here's DJ Anderson. 1-0, Concordia leads the game. First pitch for Anderson, swing and miss for Tyler Vance. Our game today, a courtesy of Runza. If you're on the run, make it Runza. Runza gets you your fast food fast so you can get going. Runza's burgers, fries, onion rings, salads, chicken, and desserts. 0-1 pitch for Vance. Vance swing and miss at 2 in a row now. Vance had a tougher weekend against Dakota Wesleyan this last week. More strikeouts than he would have liked to see, but on the season, a .364 batting average, 63 hits, and near the top of the GPAC in RBIs, 56 of those on the year. But 3 pitches, 3 missed swings here, and he'll be set down. That's 2 now in the inning. Strikeout for Hayquam on Boom to start. Anderson on the next batter to keep it rolling, and here comes Jalen Owens now. 0 for 2 today. 2 outs on the board, nobody on. Owens flew out to center in the first inning, grounded into a double play back in the third, got himself and Vance out there. Now here in the fifth, trying to get on base for the first time. First pitch for him, going to find the zone and the fastball from Anderson. We'll find Anderson's stats on the season for you. DJ Anderson, this will be his 13th appearance, all as reliever. He has 3 saves, 1 loss, 11 and a third innings pitched. Coming into today, foul ball for Owens there, 0-2. He's allowed in those 11 innings 10 hits and 6 runs, and he's had 17 strikeouts to 6 walks, averaging 13.5 Ks per 9 and a 141 whip. And the ERA of 3.18, 0-2 pitch for Jalen Owens on the way with 2 down in the inning. Nobody on. Top of the 5th, outside throw there. 1-2 count now for Owens. Owens, a man we've talked about a lot and had a long interview with earlier this week. If you go to YouTube, KYN TV, find the Lancer Locker from this Monday. Long interview with Jalen Owens, all about his future and his time as a Lancer. Check swing, ball here. He did not go around. Appeal down the first base line. He did not go around. 2-2 count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 4th, 1-0. Concordia leads the ball game here on KYNT. My name is Tehl Tanner, once again, here throughout the GPAC tournament, covering every Lancer baseball game. 2-2. High fly ball, foul territory. The third baseman might have a play on it, over the fence, just barely. Owens saved by that one, getting out. We have seen Jimmy Blumberg go into foul territory to make catches already in this game, including one to end the second inning that was closer to home plate than it was to third base. Ran a long way for that one, but he's got a good glove. This time it got over the fence, and we'll do it again. 2-2 pitch, 2 down, nobody on once again for Owens. Senior out of Oakland, California. The pitch, swing and miss. 3 up, 3 strikeouts for the Bulldogs. The first of the inning by Haquam. Anderson will strike out the next 2. 3 at-bats, 3 Ks. Bottom of the 5th we go. 1-0 your score. Concordia with the lead. Back in 60 on KYNT.
As a proud community bank, Core Trust delivers more than just checking and savings accounts. We invest in the cities and towns where we live and work by volunteering to coach youth sports teams, supporting local charities and the arts with our time and resources. Whether we live in a rural town in South Dakota or a suburban city in Minnesota, it's a place we call home. Core Trust Bank. Raise your expectations.
Member FDIC.
Have a craving for wings or delicious burgers or Pivo fries? Come sink your teeth into the mouth-watering burgers and wings at Checkers Sports Bar and Grill in Yankton. With a menu that's flavor frenzy, there's something for every fan. Grab your friends, bring your family, and head down to Checkers. Checkers Sports Bar and Grill is Yankton's favorite spot for food, friends, and sports. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Your game days belong at Checkers.
1-0, still the score here on KYNT. Concordia over Mount Marty as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. And the Bulldogs ready to bat. Here's Jake Tyler coming up to bat. Tyler grounded out to the third baseman. Good throw over to first from Gio Galvin. That was back in the 2nd, his lone at-bat of the day. Now here to lead off the bottom of the 5th. Palmer Jacobs has been putting together quite a performance after that leadoff home run. First pitch strike here on a breaking ball. Curveball was nasty. The last 2 innings, it's been 3 up, 3 down for the Lancer defense. Palmer Jacobs will throw one high that time. 1-1 count. Jacobs starting to get up there in his pitch count. The first pitch of this inning was number 60, but we're in the bottom of the 5th. He's managed it pretty well. Foul ball there. 1-2 count now for Jake Tyler. Tyler Jr. out of Mission Viejo, California. Transferred in once again from Saddleback Community College. Concordia does a good job recruiting in the offseason. bringing in transfers from JUCOs as well as the high school area, but out of Saddleback Community College, Jake Tyler. 2-2 pitch now after a miss from Jacobs. This is the first batter at the bottom of the fifth, and Tyler, the shortstop. 2-2 pitch coming. Inside, appeal down the first baseline. Did not go around to Tyler. Full count. Tyler's second at-bat here in the bottom of the fifth. Lead off. Full count pitch. High ball out into shallow right, and that will drop into shallow right center, right into no man's land. Vonnegut, the second baseman, was the closest to it, and he was at a full sprint out into the outfield. Went over the wrong shoulder, and it was out of his reach anyway. Either way, the two outfielders in the area, and Sinovic and Owens had no chance of getting there. It was perfectly placed in no man's land, and it's 1-on for the Bulldogs to start off the inning. There's a bunt. Throw over to first. And it's going to be a wild throw. Forsyth's throw is going to go past Molnaric. Lancers are going to be able to get it back in play before a run comes around. But runners on second and third now for the Bulldogs after the bunt and a missed throw to first. And the first error of this game for either team. Head coach of the Lancers, Josh Tycrow, talks a lot about winning the battle of freebies. If you win the battle of freebies, you usually win the game. And the Lancers just committed their first error. And here comes Coach Tycrow to come talk with his infield. Lancers so far have been able to clean up their mistakes. A couple of HBPs have been cleaned up with double plays to start this off, but that error, a bad one. With no outs on the board, there's now runners on second and third for the Bulldogs. This has been the best situation either team has seen yet this game. Lancers had runners on second and third earlier, but that was with an out on the board. This time, Concordia has runners on second and third with no outs. Extended mound visit here from Tycrow, as it looks like Palmer Jacobs' day is done. So they will be making a pitching change here. And the Lancers going to run with Aiden Anderson. Looks like the lefty junior out of Loon Lake, Washington. So while Aiden Anderson warms up, we'll take a break. We'll give you Palmer Jacobs' final stats, and we'll tell you all about Aiden Anderson. You're listening to 102.1 FM, AM 1450, KYNT.
There's a difference when a convenience store is locally owned, and you feel it the moment you stop at Triple Time Rudy's. You'll get great quality fuel to keep you on the move, plus local and regional favorites like Dimmick Cheese and premium meats from the Kaler and Renner Lockers. It's the kind of place that's convenient and connected to your community. Conveniently located at 17th and Broadway, Triple Time Rudy's, fueling your day, fueling your community.
So Palmer Jacobs' day is done here in the bottom of the fifth. 1-0, the score of the ball game, Concordia on top. First pitch Jacobs threw was a home run over the right field fence to Bronx Lewis, but since then, he's been very, very good, including the third and fourth inning where it was 3 up, 3 down for the Bulldogs. Jacobs threw 66 pitches today, allowed 5 hits, only 1 earned run so far. Jacobs will be responsible for the runners on second and third. Faced 18 batters. Aiden Anderson will be the man coming in to pitch in relief today. This is the 12th appearance of the season for Aiden Anderson. He did start 3 games as well for the Lancers. He's got 1 win, 2 losses on the resume. 24 2/3 innings pitched, 29 hits, 25 runs, given up to 17 strikeouts, 16 walks. He's got an 8.03 ERA and a 182 whip. Aiden Anderson. Once again, a junior out of Loon Lake, Washington. Lancers throwing out one of their lefties to pick up where Palmer Jacobs left off. And once again, the situation, no outs on the board and 2 on. Leighton Rivas, once again, just reached first on a throwing error after he tried to sacrifice bunt. And here comes Aiden Anderson to throw his first pitch, and we're back at the top of the order. This is Bronx Lewis back out here for the 5th. We haven't seen him since the 2nd inning. The Lancers have really locked it down in the last couple innings, but Lewis was the final out of the 2nd, and then had that leadoff home run in the 1st, the lone score of this game, and he has a chance to bring in a couple more RBIs here with a base hit. Runners on 2nd and 3rd. Anderson 1-0 the count after a misfire on his 1st. 2nd will be a little low. Forsythe able to grab it as he lunges to his left. But 2-0 now the count for Aiden Anderson on the mound for the Lancers. Bronx Lewis again, a very dangerous bat. 20 home runs he's hit this season, including that first one today. And he's going to hit him. Bronx Lewis going to go to first base. And another HBP, that is going to be number 3 today. All right, so Jake Watson will now step up. This is the catcher who was also hit back in the 1st inning and then was left on 2nd at the end of it, or his courtesy runner was, as this is the catcher. In the 3rd, he came out, grounded out to the shortstop, the 6-3 putout. Started off the 3rd inning. He'll swing and miss. It's strike 1 from Anderson here. So the Lancers make the pitching change. Palmer Jacobs' day done after 66 pitches and 4 innings. 0-1 pitch from Anderson. Swing and miss on the outside. Got Watson to chase there. 0-2 pitch coming. This is the 4th batter of the inning. Jake Tyler hit a single to start things off, out and towards right center field, dropped in front of the outfielders. Leighton Rivas then came in, tried to bunt and advance the runner, and a throwing error at first got him to 2nd, and then Tyler to 1st. Another low throw here. Make it 1-2. Forsythe able to block that. But bases loaded after the HBP to Bronx Lewis. All 3 of the batters here in the 5th getting on. And the Lancers going to be lucky to escape without any damage done. There's no outs in the inning. Jake Watson's 1-2 pitch. High fly ball. Infield fly brought in by the 3rd baseman. And it just didn't quite get far enough out to bring in the run. But Concordia still has that opportunity. With 1 out on the board, deep contact would bring in the 2nd run of the game from 3rd. That one came down in the infield. So the first pitch now for Luke Wilson, lefty bat, who's back in here. Wilson, high inside throw, ball 1 from Anderson to start it off. Wilson hit a single the last time he was out, right over the top of 2nd base and over the head of the pitcher Jacobs back in the 3rd. He was the first out of the 1st inning, flying out to left. 1-0 pitch with the bases loaded and 1 out on the way. Swing and miss at that one. Forsythe able to grab a hold of it before anybody moves. Missed the initial catch, but ball didn't go very far. Once again, only 1 out on the board. Deep contact here. Going to extend Concordia's run with the bases loaded. And Luke Wilson bats 3rd in the order for a reason. One of the top bats for the Bulldogs. Swing and miss. It's going to be a 1-2 now. Aiden Anderson trying to work the Lancers out of this bases loaded jam. We're in the bottom of the 5th and a high tension moment here for both teams. 1-0 the score after 4.5. 1-2 pitch coming. Anderson. Foul ball off the bat here. Might have got it. Yeah, into his ankle a little bit there. Walking it off is Luke Wilson. Luke Wilson, we talked about him earlier. He's out of Alberta, Canada. 1-2 pitch. Bases loaded, 1 out on the board. And there's the deep contact that the Bulldogs were looking for. Out and towards right center field. It is going to be caught by the center fielder, Jalen Owens, but 1 run comes in, maybe 2. Vance hesitated on the throw to home plate. He thought it was going to be too late. And 2 runs come in. Wait. Home. Yep, 2 runs there. Come on in, way out into center field. Owens makes the catch, but we were talking about it. Any deep contact was going to bring in 1 run, and it ended up bringing in 2 because it was just that deep. So it's 3-0 now. 2 outs on the board and a runner on first. The runner on first for Bronx Lewis. He kind of just stayed there after the shot out to center. He didn't want to try to go to second. Might have ended up being a double play if he did, so it was smart of him to not. 1-0, the count for the next pitch for Jaden Jordahl. Missed outside. Find the zone there. 1-1 count. Jordahl, last time he was here, he grounded into a double play that ended the 3rd inning. Did get a hit in the 1st inning, but was left on base at the end of that inning. Put it between short and third, did the right-handed batter. 1-1 pitch here. Runner's going to go with 2 outs on the board. Did that hit the batter? Jordahl goes to the ground, and it looks like it did hit him. And another HBP. Lancers just not finding the zone very well tonight. That is, I think, the 4th. Yeah, it is the 4th HBP of the ball game, and that'll put a man in scoring position again. Bronx Lewis, who we just talked about, was still on first. Now he goes to second. Carson Burnett will come up. Carson Burnett has had contact in both of his at-bats, but both caught by Lancers. He flew out in the infield to the second baseman, Vonnegut, earlier. That was in the 1st. In the 4th, he led off the 4th with a line drive straight to Gio Galvin, the 3rd baseman. With 2 outs here and 2 on. Pitch inside from Anderson. Walker and HBP here would load up the bags once again. 2 outs on the board. 1-0 the count. 3-0 now the score after 2 go in this inning so far for the Bulldogs. 1-0 pitch from Anderson. Low there. Our game from Dahl Distributing, packed with essential vitamins and nutrients. Rise Fuel gives you the power to push harder, go faster, and perform better. Fuel your ambition and unleash your potential with Rise Fuel. 2-0 count with 2 down, 2 on here for the Bulldogs. In the bottom of this 5th, 2 runs have already come across here. Ball 3 now from Anderson, so 3-0 count. Andrew Fetty, the DH, is on deck should we get there. Carson Burnett at the plate. Find the zone that time, 3-1. Burnett was taken all the way. And there is the walk to load up the bases. And believe it or not, that's actually the very first walk of the game by a Lancer pitcher. That'll bring up Andrew Fetty. Lancers have 4 HBPs. That's the first walk. Andrew Fetty. Now back up with the bases loaded. Fetty in his first, this will be at bat 3, in his first 2 today, flew out into deep right center both times. Now the Lancers need to come out and talk with Aiden Anderson. Coach Tykero wants to come talk with his pitcher who's pitching in relief of Palmer Jacobs here. The Lancers once again in a bases loaded jam, but they're in a much better position this time around with 2 outs on the board. Any bag is available, and an out will end the inning. Get the Lancers out of this before any more damage is done, but a base hit here would be devastating for the Lancers that have struggled on the base path so far. 3-0 they trail in this game. Got to keep the damage to a minimum here in the opening game for both of these two teams in the GPAC tournament. Game 2 in the Concordia pod as we saw Dakota Wesleyan upset Morningside, the 6-3 earlier today. 12-9, I believe, the final score. That one a high-scoring affair. So the 1-0 pitch coming inside there. Make it 2-0 for Anderson. Andrew Fetty once again at the plate. He's out of Washington. He's a freshman this season. Just came into the GPAC. 2-0 count. That one called ball. Couple groans from the Lancer crowd. .3-0 count now. And that's outside, and a walk's going to bring in the 4th run of the game. So a tough moment here for Aiden Anderson after coming in with a bases loaded jam. A hit almost cleared him, brought in a couple of runs, but the last 3 batters, HBP, walk, walk. And another mound visit here. We're going to see what Tykero wants to do here, and it looks like he's going to pull the pitcher. Anderson's day is done, and a short day it was. The only good news for the Lancers is Anderson will be able to pitch again decently soon. A tough outing for him here today for sure, but only 24 pitches he threw. Lancers will be able to use him again should they need to. But another pitcher coming in for the Lancers trying to get this final out in a 4-0 ball game after a bases loaded walk brought in the 4th run. We'll take another 30 seconds here as Tony Suarez is going to be warming up. We'll tell you about Tony Suarez up next in 30 seconds on KYNT.
A big thank you from Mount Marty University to one of Yankton's greatest employers and friend of the community, Aztec. They're very proud to support the Mount Marty Lancers. The vision at Aztec is to build industry-changing solutions that create life-changing opportunities. And you can build a career with the group that's built to connect from rock to road. Click careers at aztecindustries.com. Best wishes, Mount Marty, from your friends at Aztec.
FM 1021 and AM 1450. KYNT, Yankton.
All right, so the day is done for Aiden Anderson. Anderson did throw 2 outs in that inning. He came in, but the last 3 batters he faced after giving up the 2 runs, hit by pitch, walk, walk, and the last one with the bases loaded to bring in the 4th run of the game. So the Lancers will pull Anderson after that. He faced, I believe, 5 batters. Yeah, the first batter he faced was Jake Watson. He had the infield fly out to the 3rd baseman. Then he had Luke Wilson, who had the sacrifice shot out to center that brought in 2 RBIs. And then after that, Jondal hit by pitch, Burnett walked, Fetty walked. That was the 5 for Anderson. And now, Tony Suarez will be toeing the rubber for the Lancers. Here's Jimmy Blumberg. Blumberg stepping up with the bases loaded. We'll tell you about Suarez in just a moment for the Lancers, but he's got a 7.24 ERA. First pitch with the bases loaded. High ball, and this could do it for the inning. It's the second baseman, Vonnegut, who will track it and bring it into the glove. One pitch, fly out to second, and that'll do it for a disastrous bottom of the 5th for the Lancers, where 3 runs come across, and now they trail 4-0, but still plenty of baseball left to play. We go to the 6th in this 9-inning game. Up next, you're listening to Mount Marty Lancer Baseball, back in 60 on KYNT.
Runza's grilled chicken sandwiches bring the flavor.
Yeah, but which one's the best?
That's not a fair question.
Barbecue's got Swiss cheese and that sweet smoky sauce.
But the smothered's a whole mood. Swiss cheese, mushrooms, grilled onions.
Then there's the classic simple tomato, lettuce, and mayo. Perfect. You're right. It's impossible to pick.
Try Runza's grilled chicken sandwiches. 100% white meat chicken, however you like it. Because from the way we make it to the way it makes you feel, Runza makes it all better.
Windows down, fresh air in. Winter officially out. You can feel it across the Midwest. Hoodies replacing heavy coats, patios coming back to life, and that first night you stay outside just a little longer than you planned. Spring's your reset, a chance to shake off the cold, reconnect with friends, and get back to what feels good. And that's where Michelob Ultra fits right in. Light, crisp, and refreshing, perfect for yard games, grill nights, or just kicking back as the sun goes down. Michelob Ultra. It's only worth it if you enjoy it.
All right, back here for the 6th inning of play here in Lincoln, Nebraska. Sherman Field, the host side of the Concordia pod of the GPAC tournament. 2-seeded Concordia leading a 7-seeded Mount Marty 4-0 after 5 innings of play. 3 of their 4 runs coming across in the bottom of the 5th. A tough bottom of the 5th for the Lancers. Concordia went the full 9. All 9 batters got up. It was the 9th who was the final out. Fly out with the bases loaded. First pitch strike going to come in here. This is Daniel Vonnegut, the second baseman who just made that last play to get the 3rd out, up to bat. Oh, 1 pitch, grounder to the shortstop. 2 hops, throw over to first. Vonnegut will not beat out the throw. So the 6-3 put out will start off the 6th. Molnarek now coming up to bat, flew out to the shortstop in shallow left field. Back in the 1st inning, was struck out in the 4th. Molnarek now back up to bat here. This is the first baseman for the Lancers. Low throw on the first pitch for him. 1-0 count for Molnarek from DJ Anderson, that 6'8" junior out of California. Out on the mound here, 3rd pitcher of the day for the Bulldogs. Fouled backwards, 1-1 count. One pitch. Found the zone on the inside, 1-2. One-two pitch coming. Back in that last inning again, 3 runs coming across. Tyler, Rivas, and Lewis all scoring as Molnarek will be struck out for the 2nd consecutive time here. And man, it's been a good performance from TJ Anderson right now. came in the 5th, got the last 2 outs, and struck out both of them. And now he'll get the strikeout. Here versus Milneric. 0-1 pitch now as Drew Reichen comes up. This is the DH who has back-to-back hits here. Lancers would love another one here. 2 outs on the board. 0-1 pitch coming from Anderson. Reichen. Ground. It's going to be a line drive straight to the third baseman. Reichen will be out number 3. And we're done with the top of the 6th. Lancers put up another 0, 4-0. They trail. Back in another 60 for the bottom of the 6th on KYNT.
Buying a home isn't just about real estate. It's about investing in yourself. At the Move Group, we believe the best time to buy is when it makes sense for you. Our expert agents put people before transactions, meaning we listen first, provide honest guidance, and help you make a confident decision. No pressure, no gimmicks. Markets change, but the right home is about more than just numbers. It's about finding the right fit for your life and your future. When you're ready, we're here to help. Contact the Move Group today.
Move with Mason.
If you want a job where your work matters, you belong at Avera. Here, we've invested in our workforce because every Avera team member drives our health ministry forward, making a difference in lives and communities every day. We offer competitive pay, great health insurance, and even career opportunities. We're putting people first, including you. Search for local job openings and apply at avera.org/careers.
4-0 is the score of this game as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Tony Suarez about to throw his second pitch. Suarez came out in the bottom of the 5th to get that final out. And his first pitch was a fly out to the second baseman with the bases loaded. Ended the 5th inning where 3 runs came across for the Bulldogs. 4-0 Lancers trail here as we're in the bottom of the 6th. Suarez really needing a 0. Last inning out, the Bulldogs did go the full 9. And for the second consecutive inning, oh, excuse me. It's Jake Tyler. Yeah, Jake Tyler out to bat. First pitch for Tyler. He'll take strike 1. Oh, yeah, so back-to-back innings. Once again, after the full 9, it was Tyler who led off that 5th with a single, and he ended up scoring that first run of the 5th as well. 0-1 pitch makes 1-1 count from Suarez. One. Fouled off. Make it a 1-2 count now. Jake Tyler, once again, the shortstop. Junior out of California. High inside throw from Suarez there. Make the count even at 2 apiece. Jake Tyler again, that .240 batting average. Got a single to lead off the last inning. Was hit home again. Had a ground out to third back in the 2nd. Those his first 2 at-bats. Now he's got a full count here. Missed throw from Anderson. Full count pitch coming here. First at-bat in the bottom of the 6th. Outside throws, going to put one on. So base, a full count pitch, misses, and a walk for Tyler. So back-to-back plate appearances, Tyler will reach first. Lancers struggling right now. In the 5th inning, they hit 2 batters and walked 2 batters of the 9 they faced. Now showing bunt here is Leighton Rivas, and this is exactly what he was doing last time. He was showing bunt last time, and he was able to reach first on a throwing error and then take second as well. That is still the lone error of the game for either team. 1-0 pitch coming. Showing bunt again as Rivas pulled it back 1-1. Gio Galvin, the third baseman, got to be ready for it. And now stepping out is Rivas as head coach Ryan Dupick for Concordia wants to come talk with his batter and base runner and his man on deck. We'll have a 1-1 count. Leighton Rivas, who has reached first in both of his at-bats today, hit a single back in that second inning. And it was only his second hit of the season, then reached first on the throwing error in the last inning. Ended up scoring a run as well, and it was a good moment for him. Foul ball off the bat this time. One-two pitch, one down, one on for the Bulldogs. Rivas out in center field today. 1-2 pitch, showing bunt again. Foul ball. And that'll give him the out. Foul ball with 2 strikes. We'll give the K. That should be the first out of the inning. Jake Tyler led off the inning, was walked, and there's that strikeout from Rivas. And that was actually the very first Concordia batter struck out today, by the way. Concordia's done a great job getting on base. They lead this game 4-0. And we're back at the top of the order. Bronx Lewis back out here taking pitches. He's got a 1-1 count. Make it 1-2. Looking. Bronx Lewis with Jake Tyler on first. Lewis, the lefty bat, who hit his 20th home run earlier in this game, back in the first pitch in the bottom of the first. Lewis has 2 of the 4 runs scored as well. The home run, of course, and then in the last inning, he got on base by getting hit, and he was hit home a couple batters later. Actually, no, he was brought home on a bases-loaded walk. He was on third at the time. 2-2 pitch. Suarez will miss there. Make it 3-2. Full count on the way. Full count, 1 down, 4-0. Lancers trail. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Full count pitch. Swing and miss. That's strike 3 and the second out of the inning. And back-to-back strikeouts now. Suarez has got something rolling. And here's Jake Watson now. Watson was hit by a pitch back in the first. His courtesy runner, Day, as the catcher, was able to get to second but was left there. Grounded out to the shortstop, was thrown out at first in the third. Had an infield fly back in the 5th with the bases loaded. First pitch, ball for him. Jake Watson has had a good sophomore season. The catcher is a 2-time GPAC Player of the Week this year, including the very last Player of the Week nod of the regular season. The Week 11 Player of the Week. This time he'll put it out towards deep right center, and it drops in front of the center fielder. Owens couldn't quite get there in time. Runners on the corners now after a single hit by Jake Watson out into shallow right center. Watson's second time reaching first, and his first hit. The other one was an HBP back in the first again. That'll bring back Luke Wilson now. This is the man who had the sacrifice fly out to deep right center. Caught by Jalen Owens, but it was with the bases loaded and no outs, and it brought in 2 runs. So 2 RBIs for Luke Wilson on the day. He's back out here with the runner on third. Swing and miss at the first pitch from Suarez. 2 outs on the board here. Runners on the corners for the Bulldogs. One pitch now. And Zach Day, who is second in the GPAC in stolen bases, is at first. Runners on the corners here. I'd be surprised if he didn't try taking second here. Second only to Owens of Mount Marty in stolen bags this season. 1-1 pitch from Suarez. High throw. Went well upstairs for that. 2-1 count, 2 down. 2 on the corners here for Luke Wilson. One pitch. Wilson put it deep out into center field. This is going way back. Owens near the warning track will bring it in for out number 3. 4-0 the score stands after 6. My name is Tehl Tanner. You're listening to 102.1 FM AM 1450. Mount Marty Lancer baseball returns for the 7th inning. 4-0 they trail on KYNT.
Carbless handcrafted premium cocktails are a ready-to-drink vodka and tequila-based cocktail with no carbs, no sugar, gluten-free, and only 100 calories. It's guaranteed to be bursting with flavor in every sip. The Carbless Mix Pack is sure to please any crowd with a compilation of all the best-selling ready-to-drink cocktails, including sweet, citrus, and a twist of tequila flavors like lemon lime, black raspberry, cranberry, and margarita. Grab some today. Carbless Cocktails. Less is more.
Imagine paid vacation, sick leave, holidays, and full medical coverage the moment you start a new job. Plus quarterly profit sharing, 5% 401k match, and a company-paid retirement plan. Your first day on the job. With Parker of Yankton, you don't have to imagine, because all these benefits begin day 1. We are hiring assemblers, material handlers, and line operation techs for both shifts. Don't mind working nights? Enjoy a pay differential of $235. If you're looking to upgrade your career and have day 1 benefits, apply today at parker.com.
Parker, engineering your success.
We go to the 7th inning on KYNT. Concordia leads the ball game over Mount Marty, 4-0. 1 run in the first, a solo home run to lead off the ball game from Bronx Lewis in the bottom of the first. In the 5th, 3 runs come across. Jake Tyler, Leighton Rivas, and Bronx Lewis all score as Concordia went the full 9 in that 5th. For the Lancers now, trailing 4-0 as we start the 7th, starting to get into crunch time in this game, needing to get some men on base. Ethan Sinovic will be the first man up, the freshman right fielder who did get a single and get on base the last time he was here. Lancers would love him to get something. First pitch from DJ Anderson, well outside for ball 1. We're underway in the 7th. Sinovic hit that single right over the pitcher and hit going past second base. Back in the 4th, foul ball off the bat of Sinovic here. 1-1 count. Sinovic was also struck out back in the 2nd. Those are the two appearances for him. Sinovic once again the grand slam. First of his college career came in just last weekend, a week ago tomorrow versus Dakota Wesleyan. Next pitch inside, 2-1 count. It was a pivotal moment in that game again. Lancers trailing 7-4 in the 5th in a 7-inning game. Sinovic, with the bases loaded, knocks one over the fence. Lancers take the 8-7 lead and hold on to win 10-9. Swing and miss here, make it 2-2. DJ Anderson has had one heck of a day so far. He's faced 5 batters, 3 strikeouts, and the other 2 ground out and a line out. Nobody's reached yet. Swing and miss here, and another strikeout. That is the 4th strikeout in 6 batters to start off DJ Anderson's day. Liam Forsyth now comes up to bat. Forsyth was struck out back in the 4th. That was with Harrison Haquan on the mound, and did hit a single off of Alex Johnson back in the 2nd. Those the 2 at bats for Forsyth. This is the catcher for the Lancers. Forsythe also with that great throw down to second earlier in this game for a great out. Foul ball. Caught Jimmy Blumberg in the second inning for the first out there on that throw down to second. A 1 pitch, 1 out. Forsythe swing and miss again. So an 0-2 hole for Liam Forsythe as DJ Anderson is feeling it right now. For the first 6 batters he faces, he's struck out. Only 22 pitches as well. Coming into this at-bat, that's number 25 as he throws low. 1-2 the count after a low miss. Concordia leads the ball game 4-0 again here on KYNT, KYNTV. The 1-2. Foul ball again. 1-2, we'll do it again. One-two pitch now, 1 down. DJ Anderson will fire here. Swing and miss, went low for that one. Forsythe knew it halfway through the swing. He'll be put down. And that is 5 of 7 batters struck out in the last 2 in a row in this inning. And now DJ Anderson trying to have a perfect inning. 3 up, 3 down, all Ks. Gio Galvin will stand in his way. This is the third baseman for the Lancers. Galvin was walked back in the second inning, was left on first base at the end. No, excuse me. Well, this time he's going to get a hit out towards right field. Galvin will get to first base on the first pitch he sees. Galvin right over the top of the second baseman with a single. So with 2 outs now, that'll bring up Logan Boom, the 9-hole batter for the Lancers. He was struck out back in the 5th. It was the final. Ooh, no. Pinch hitter. Okay. This is Fitzsimmons. Tristan Fitzsimmons, the junior out of Sioux Falls, coming in to pinch hit. Logan Boom did have a couple of tough at-bats, was struck out last time out again. So Fitzsimmons going to be batting in the 9-hole here. Vance is on deck for the Lancers. 2 outs on the board. First pitch high inside, ball 1. So a 1-0 count now with 2 down. Fine Fitzsimmons stats for you on the year. He comes in and pinch hits every now and then. Low throw, make it 2-0. Fitzsimmons on the year, 174 batting average, 8 hits, 11 RBIs, 321 on base percentage as well. Fitzsimmons going to swing and miss here. Strike 1, 1-1 count. Fitzsimmons, 46 at-bats this season for the junior out of Sioux Falls. 2-1 pitch. Foul ball, make it 2-2. DJ Anderson's having himself a day. In this inning, strikeout, Galvin with the single, and he stands on first. Now the 4th batter of the inning, Fitzsimmons, pinch hitting for Boom in the 9-hole. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 1 on. Swing and miss at strike 3, and all 3 outs of this inning going to be strikeouts for DJ Anderson. Gio Galvin with the single to break it up for Anderson, but still 3 strikeouts and the Lancers leave 1 on. We'll come back for the bottom of the 7th on KYNT.
Rewarding you for doing everyday things, like buying gas, shopping, and dining local. Does your bank do that? If you're a Core Trust customer, your bank does that. When you open a premium or preferred checking account and meet requirements, you get access to Core Trust perks powered by Bazing, an exclusive network offering 300,000 plus deals and discounts on dining, shopping, travel, fuel, and more. Visit us online, in person, or by phone. Terms and conditions apply. Member FDIC.
A big thank you from Mount Marty University to one of Yankton's greatest employers and friend of the community, Aztec. They're very proud to support the Mount Marty Lancers. The vision at Aztec is to build industry-changing solutions that create life-changing opportunities. And you can build a career with the group that's built to connect from rock to road. Click careers at aztecindustries.com. Best wishes, Mount Marty, from your friends at Aztec.
Go to the bottom of the 7th inning, and I forgot to stretch. It's a terrible crime in baseball. 4-0 is the score. This ball game, Concordia leads over Mount Marty. It is just after 9:30 on this Thursday evening. Wednesday. It's Wednesday. Why have I been thinking it's Thursday all day long? It's a Wednesday here in Yankton because normally we do Thursday, Friday, Saturday in the GPAC tournament pods, I guess. Normally Thursday, Friday, Saturday. This year, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I've been thinking it's Thursday all day. Wonder if I've said that on the radio a couple times. Anyways, 4-0 is the score, bottom of the 7th on this Wednesday evening here in Lincoln, Nebraska. Tony Suarez on the mound for the Lancers. First pitch, breaking balls, strike, and we're underway here in the 7th. Out there is Jaden Jordahl opening up the 7th for the Concordia Bulldogs. He was hit by pitch last time he was out here. Strike 2 from Suarez, just out. Jordahl had kind of an up and down start. He also had a single back in the first inning, but he grounded into a double play to end the 3rd as well. Outside throw from Suarez, wanting to get him to chase. Jordahl stayed home on that. Jordahl, the second baseman. Once again, 2 for 3 in his plate appearances. Nearly got his second HBP, too. Nearly took that one. Inside throw will make it 2-2. 4-0 Concordia. Foul ball. Back into the net behind him. Our game today, a courtesy of Avera. This game brought to you by Avera Health. Visit avera.org today. 2-2 pitch once again here in the bottom of the 7th. So we're a little over 2 hours into this game. About 2 hours and 10 minutes we're approaching. 2-2 score. Swing and miss. Suarez will strike out the first batter of the bottom of the 7th. And Carson Burnett will now come back up to bat. Burnett was walked back in the 5th. He lined out to the third baseman in the 4th, flew out to the second baseman for the second out of the 1st as well. Burnett now back out here. 1 for 3, the one being a walk in plate appearances. 0 for 2 in the at-bats. First pitch, strike delivered by Tony Suarez. Suarez, once again, the junior out of Santa Rosa for the Lancers, a California man. He's had a lot of work this season. 27 and a third innings pitched coming into today, and that's in only 8 appearances. Had 3 starts as well, did Suarez. He's got an 0-2 pitch coming here. Bottom of the 7th, 1 out, nobody on. Suarez outside. Our game today from Gerstner Oil. No matter what you're driving, make sure you're fueling up at Triple Time Rudy's. They're on Broadway in Yankton. 1-2 pitch coming. Finds the zone there. Suarez, 2 up, 2 down, both strikeouts. Now the designated hitter is Andrew Fetty coming back. Fetty was also walked, and this was the walk with the bases loaded. Back in the 5th to bring in the 4th run of the game. A couple of flyouts before that, both to deep right center. So Suarez with back-to-back strikeouts will find the zone on the fastball. First pitch here. Suarez showing his stuff here. That was pitch number 36 for Suarez, I believe. Strike 2 now delivered. 0-2 count on the way. That one looking. Got Jordahl swinging. Burnett looking. And now an 0-2 count for Fetty. The 0-2 pitch. Missed there. Goes off the plate and wild, but nobody on base. 1-2 count. One, 2 with 2 outs here. Two outs on the board here in the bottom of the 7th. The half inning that I forgot to stretch. I'll have to do that before the 8th. Have the 8th inning stretch here today. The 1-2 pitch. Out towards right field. If that stays fair, and it does, that's going to be a double at least for the Bulldogs. Rounding first and taking second base is Andrew Fetty, ruining the perfect inning for Tony Suarez. Suarez struck out the first 2 batters, but now with 2 outs, there's a runner in scoring position. Lancers have got to be careful here. Fetty with the first double of this game, I believe. Look into that, but I think so. We've seen people take 2 bags off an error, but that should be the first double. That it is. So Fetty, with the double here, wills himself into scoring position. And I think we're having a pinch hitter? Yeah, looks like. So Blumberg, who's had a tough day at the plate, not going to be batting here. And that is Cade Vanis. Vanis, we're in his hometown, the sophomore out of Lincoln. Went to Lincoln Pius X High School. I think I'm saying that right. The sophomore outfielder. Ready to take his first at-bat of the GPAC tournament. First pitch strike from Tony Suarez. Once again, a man in scoring position here for the Bulldogs after the double from Fetty. Cade Vanis has a .292 batting average in 24 at-bats, has 7 hits, 8 RBIs as well, a .578 on base percentage. Another miss there, so 2-0 the count. Two down. Throw over to second. The throw was away from the base runner. Was able to get back in time was Fetty. The throw was on target. Might have had him there, but the throw high and away. 1-1, 2 down. Oh, now it's showing 1-1. So, yeah, that should be strike 2. So, yeah, 1-2. Okay, I wasn't crazy. I thought that was a first pitch strike. So, 1-2 count. Every now and then, it turns out I'm crazy, but not this time. Little wins. 1-2. Strikeout. So, Suarez will get 3 strikeouts in the inning, but a double hit between them as the K comes in just 1 man late. And in back-to-back half innings, that's exactly how it goes. First 2 batters up for DJ Anderson and Tony Suarez were struck out, then a hit from the next man, and a strikeout to finish the inning, leaving 1 on. Exactly the same 7th inning for both teams. At the end of 7, it's 4-0 as we go to the 8th, and we're starting to get into the meat of this game. The potato's gone. It's time for the meat. Somebody's got to do something here. Back in 60 for the 8th. You're listening to KYNT.
Carbless handcrafted premium cocktails are a ready-to-drink vodka and tequila-based cocktail with no carbs, no sugar, gluten-free, and only 100 calories. It's guaranteed to be bursting with flavor in every sip. The Carbless Mix Pack is sure to please any crowd with a compilation of all the best-selling ready-to-drink cocktails, including sweet, citrus, and a twist of tequila flavors like lemon lime, black raspberry, cranberry, and margarita. Grab some today. Carbless cocktails. Less is more.
When First Dakota National Bank created Dakota Mac in 1993, we knew we could offer ag producers something few other banks dared to. Long-term, fixed-rate loans for ag real estate refinances and purchases. Today, we go by Landera, and we provide the same great service and even more banking options to help your operation thrive for generations to come. Banking evolves. Trust endures. Landera, a division of First Dakota National Bank.
Let's go to the 8th inning of play here on KYNT, and we'll start off the 8th with the leadoff batter for the Mount Marty Lancers. This is Tyler Vance, who had back-to-back base knocks to get himself going. Early in this one, was struck out last time out in the 5th, 2 for 3 in his appearances. Was left on base both times, though. Lancers trailing 4-0 in this ball game. First pitch from DJ Anderson, well outside, got by the catcher, 1-0 the count. I forgot to stretch again. I didn't stretch it in the 7th inning, and now I didn't do the 8th inning stretch. Foul ball off the bat of Vance here, but somebody's got a chance on it in foul territory perhaps. Nope, over the fence, so we'll do it again. 1-1 count for Vance here, the leadoff hitter for the Lancers, who's had one heck of a senior season. Once again, shortstop was a big question mark for the Lancers this season, as their shortstop of the last 2 years in Yankton native Joe Goki not able to play all of this season, as he had, I believe, a torn ACL in the GPAC tournament last year, and the Lancers shortstop of 2 years is not back for what would have been his, I believe, senior year, and he'll be back next year, I believe, but because of that injury, Vance really had to step up for the Lancers and has a .364 batting average this season, leading the team. The shortstop will take that one on the outside. 2-2 count now. Vance, you know, that shortstop was a question. Vance needed to step up for the Lancers, and he has delivered all season long. They need him here. Down 4-0, 2-2. Foul ball again. Vance will keep himself alive. Our game today, a courtesy of Mason Schramm and the Move Group. Are you buying or selling? Move with Mason and the Move Group. DJ Anderson with that 2-2 count again. Outside throw will make the count full. DJ Anderson has had a good day. He threw the complete 6th and 7th, saw only 7 batters combined in those two. Threw the final 2 outs of the 5th, struck out both of those batters. Full count pitch, and it's a walk, and that is the first walk of the day for DJ Anderson. So Vance will get on, and the leadoff man is on for the Lancers. That's the start they need. We're getting late into this one. Top of the 8th, trailing 4-0 are the Lancers. And a mistake from DJ Anderson, who has been money to this point. First pitch ball then for Owens. Anderson struck out 6 of his first 9 batters, which is incredible, on under 35 pitches. But a walk here will put Vance on to start off the 8th. Finding the zone that time against Owens on the fastball. 1-1 count. The senior out of Oakland, California. Owens, 52 hits on the year coming into today. Has had a tough day at the plate. 0 for 3. High ball over to right field in foul territory. First baseman, did he bring it into the glove? I can't see as the dugout is behind me. I don't think so. Owens lucking out there. The first baseman had a chance at that one, was just out of his reach in foul territory. Concordia has been good at that so far today, chasing down balls in foul territory, making multiple of those catches. One-two pitch now for Owens. Owens out towards left field. It is dropping in front of the left fielder. Vance is going to be able to round second and take third as well. It was mishandled out and left. Owens rounds first and takes second. Lancers, with no outs on the board, have runners on second and third. This game's not done. 4-0 the score. Lancers 2 in scoring position here in the 8th. And Daniel Vonnegut will step up to bat. Owens, that'll go in the books as a single out to left, then advance to second. Tyler Vance advanced to second, then went to third on a fielding error. That goes in the books. So a fielding error out and left will advance runners. Daniel Vonnegut going to take a first pitch ball from DJ Anderson. DJ Anderson has already seen the most work of any Concordia pitcher today. That was pitch 45. 34 was Johnson's count, 38 for Haquam. 2-0 count now, and exactly on cue, here comes the head coach, Ryan Dupick, for Concordia. I was just talking about DJ Anderson, how he's gotten a lot of work, and I wondered what his leash was going to be here. This is only the first game of a long tournament. And we'll see what the head coach wants to do here. Is this the day for DJ Anderson? Right up until this inning, he's had one heck of a day, once again striking out at 6 of his first 9, and they are going to keep rolling with him. I think that's a good decision from head coach Dupick right there. One heck of a day to start for DJ Anderson. But walking Vance to lead off the inning, then a single to Jalen Owens puts 2 in scoring position. Vonnegut has a chance to have a game-changing at-bat right now. 4-0, Concordia leads. We're in the 8th, and the Lancers finally have a spot of life. 2-0. After the mound visit. High fly ball going out to shallow right. If it's deep enough, it could bring in Vance. And the catch is made at first base. Vance is going to try to go. Nope, he stops, goes back over to third. The throw was going to get there in time. Vance wisely retreated. Didn't quite get out far enough. Did the throw. Vonnegut will fly out to the first baseman. I believe that was actually in foul territory down the right field line too. Like I said, they've been tracking those down well. It was down the line. So Cooper Molnaric now steps up to bat. Molnaric has had a great season for the Lancers, but a tough day here today. He flew out to the shortstop in his first at-bat, and then back-to-back strikeouts leading to this at-bat. And this easily the biggest at-bat of his season for the Lancers. 1 out, runner on second and third. Deep contact will bring in 1 at least, but wants a base knock. Jalen Owens, one of the fastest guys in the NAI. 47 stolen bases on the year, as there it is. The base knock out towards center field. They're going to hold Owens at third, however. Owens does not come in. It was a great recovery out in shallow center. They're able to bring in the ball and throw it into home to hold Owens at third. Vance, however, does come home. Still only 1 out on the board as Molnaric has the RBI single. And the 0 is off the board for the Lancers. 4-1 in the top of the 8th. Still a runner in scoring position and 1 out on the board. The Lancers going to bring in a pinch runner as well, as they know the situation. .40, who I don't have on this roster. We'll see if we could figure out who that is. Oh, that should be Willis Robertson. Yeah, Willis Robertson coming into pinch run for Molnaric. First pitch, strike delivered now for Drew Reichen, next man up. Willis Robertson out on first. Jalen Owens on third. 0-1 pitch. On the way, 1 out. Once again, only 1 out and a man on third. If Reichen can get good contact here, the Lancers will have cut the score in half in this inning. Reichen has 2 hits in this game. 2 for 3 in his at-bats. 1-1 pitch for Reichen. Reichen puts it up high. Doesn't get deep enough to bring in Owens. Out and towards right center field. Owens is going to go. Owens throwing to home. The play. Owens is going to be stopped short. They're going to get him. A great throw. A double play to end the top of the 8th. From right center to home. And for the second time today, Concordia has had a throw in from the outfield to get out a Lancer batter. It was Drew Reichen himself who was thrown out at third from a throw from right field earlier this game. That was back in the 2nd. And now in the 8th, with everything on the line, a throw in from right center catches Jalen Owens at home. Only the 6th time this season Jalen Owens has been caught stealing, to 47 stolen bases. Man, what a play from Concordia right now. They really came to play here in the tournament. Tony Suarez on the mound for the Lancers as we go to the bottom of the 8th. And for the Lancers, it's 3 outs. Concordia 3 outs away from finishing this ball game when we go to the 9th inning. No matter what, it's just a matter of how many runs they can put up in the bottom of the 8th for some cushion room. That is a killer for the Lancers right there. Easily the best situation they've had. But the double play, fly out to right center from Reichen, and then throw to home plate in time to catch Jalen Owens. Incredible play from Concordia. You got to give them credit there. Very well done. The outfield for Concordia has played just so well today. Lancers need to have a 0 in the bottom of this 8th inning. We're just going to keep it right here between innings. We'll be near the bottom of the order. For the Bulldogs, once again, it'll be Jake Tyler, who bats 8th in the order. Up first, Leighton Rivas 9, and Bronx Lewis bats first. Those will be the guaranteed 3 if we don't see any pinch hitters. 4-1, Concordia leads. Oh, man. So Tony Suarez will be the man for the Lancers here in the bottom of the 8th. 2 1/3 innings pitched today, 43 pitches. He's allowed only 2 hits, no runs, 1 walk to 5 strikeouts in 10 batters faced. Tony Suarez has had a very good day since he came in to get the final out of the 5th. Threw 1 pitch in that 5th, got the out and a fly out. And since then, he has struck out 5 of the last 9 batters he's faced over 2 innings, allowing 5 batters in the 6th and 4 in the 7th. First pitch strike here on Tyler in the bottom of the 8th. 0-1 pitch coming. Swing and miss. That's strike 2 for Jake Tyler. Tony Suarez is on one right now. Tyler was walked last time out by Suarez in the 6th, but was left on base. He had a single in the 5th before Suarez was here. 1-2, the count for the moment. One-two pitch, fouled back into the net. 1-2, the count shall remain. Once again, our baseball game today, courtesy of Pizza Ranch for legendary chicken and the best pizza. It's Pizza Ranch on Broadway in Yankton, 665-12-22. Inside throw again. Jake Tyler dodged that one. 2-2 count. Pitch from Suarez. Swing and miss. Low outside. I think it might have actually been dropped by the catcher there, but he recovered quick and made the tag. Strikeout for Suarez. Leighton Rivas now coming up to bat. Rivas hit his second hit of the game back in the second hit of the season back in the second inning. He had that single past third base out towards left. Now back up here. First pitch strike looking for him. Rivas also reached in the fifth. He bunted. He was the second batter up in the inning, was bunting, just trying to advance a runner from first to second, and ended up reaching on a throwing error. Was brought home a few batters later on the 2 RBI sacrifice flyout from Luke Wilson. 1-1 count from Suarez now. Low and away, swung again, did Rivas. Those low and away breaking balls working here for Tony Suarez today. 1-2 count. Strike 3 swinging. Suarez again with the K. Back-to-back-to-back strikeouts now going back to the 7th. He struck out 3 of 4 in the 7th. The last one, obviously, and then both of the first 2 here. So of the last 6 batters faced for Tony Suarez, 5 strikeouts. One heck of a heater Suarez is on right now. 2 outs on the board. Swing and miss at strike 1 there. This is Bronx Lewis. Now this is a dangerous hitter again. 20 home runs on the year and the leadoff home run back in the first inning. Also scored a run in the 5th after getting on from being hit. Low throw there, the call, 1-1 count, 2 down, nobody on. Lancers need to put up the 0 here in the bottom of this 8th, give themselves a chance in the top of the 9th. 4-1 the score, swing and miss again. 1-2 count. Lewis was struck out by Suarez the last time they met in the 6th inning. 1-2 pitch. And Suarez will find the zone looking again. That is 6 of 7 batters that Suarez has struck out. 6 of the last 7 batters Suarez has got the Ks on. What an incredible day for Tony Suarez, striking out 8 of 13 batters and allowing nothing. Only 2 hits, no runs. 1 walk in there, 57 pitches, 3 1/3 innings, and he'll give the Lancers a chance here in the 9th. 3 runs to make up or 3 outs for the Bulldogs. We'll see what we get first. Back in 30 seconds, you're listening to 102.1 FM, AM 1450, KYNT.
Stop in and see what's new this spring at Lewis & Clark Ford in Yankton, where a new season means a new way to drive forward. Whether you're shopping for a new Ford, a quality pre-owned vehicle, or scheduling service and maintenance, we're here to help make your experience easy and enjoyable. Whether you're upgrading your ride or keeping it running strong, it's all in one place at Lewis & Clark Ford. Stop in at 4th and Capitol or visit us at lewisandclarkford.com. Lewis & Clark Ford, the deals you want, the Ford you love.
Out there to throw the 9th is DJ Anderson. You're listening to 102.1 FM, AM 1450, KYNT. My name is Tehl Tanner down in Lincoln, Nebraska. We're at Sherman Field. And we're ready to wrap up this ball game one way or another. Concordia leads 4-1 right now as we start the 9th. Concordia, as the high seed, is the home team in this ball game as well. So it comes down to the top of this 9th here. If the Lancers can get 3 runs, they will extend this game to the bottom of the inning. If they get 4, they'll be 3 outs away in the bottom of the inning themselves. If Concordia can get the 3 outs first, this game will end. Both teams will be playing tomorrow no matter what. The winner of this game will face Dakota Wesleyan at noon. And then the loser of this game, as the first pitch comes in high for Ethan Sinovic, the right fielder freshman. The loser of this game will play Morningside in an elimination game starting at 3 scheduled. Probably be a little later than that. 1-0 pitch on the way. We'll find the zone looking that time for Sinovic. Sinovic's had an up-and-down day. Did get a single in the fourth, but 2 strikeouts as well. 1 for 3 in the ballgame. Sinovic, a freshman that has had a very, very good year for the Lancers. Fall ball was very impressive. Coaches really noticed him right away the moment he stepped on campus. Got his way into the starting 9 for the Lancers, and there's been no reason to take him out. 2-1 is his count for the moment. Anderson throws again outside, 3-1. Lancers would love to get their leadoff man on. Batting 6th in the order is Sinovic. Liam Forsyth is on deck. The 3-1 pitch. Foul ball, make it full count. Swinging at the 3-1 was Sinovic. Full count pitch coming now. Brought to you by Sherco. When you need to be sure, make it Sherco. As well as the Meat Lodge. If you want top quality meat at great prices, head to the Meat Lodge in Yankton on the way to the lake, Highway 52. Full count pitch. Foul again. So full count pitch, part 2 incoming. We'll do it again for the lefty batter and the righty pitcher. Leadoff batter of the 9th. 4-1 Concordia. Full count pitch, fouled again. We'll see full count pitch, part 3 for Sinovic. So 4-1 score, crucial leadoff batter, and our 3rd full count pitch in the 9th. Anderson fires. Foul ball, Sinovic battling here. 3 foul balls in a row, and we'll have full count pitch, part 4. Full count pitch from Anderson. And another one. Do I hear full count pitch, part 5? I do. We'll have our 5th full count pitch now from DJ Anderson as Ethan Sinovic, the freshman, battling here in Lincoln. Just doing anything he can to try to get on for the Lancers, leading off the 9th. 5th full count pitch. Strikeout. Swing and miss for Sinovic there. And that is the 7th strikeout for DJ Anderson. So the first batter up in the 9th is set down by the infield for Concordia, and we're going to have a new pitcher in. So DJ Anderson came in to start the 9th. They wanted him to go in and get that first out, and it looks like that was all they wanted him to do. They're going to bring in a new man to try and get these final 2 outs. A fresh arm out here. And that is number 18, Trent Schlimm, the freshman out of Eastvale, California. So in this moment, Concordia rolling with a young player here, the freshman, Trent Schlimm. Find his stats in the year. I'm not sure. Is this the debut? No. No, I was on the wrong I was on the wrong thing. Why? I was very much in the wrong tab. No, this is not the debut. This is the freshman pitcher has the 2.75 ERA. This is the freshman we talked about before this broadcast, or before the game started, that we might see at some point. The freshman with a 2.75 ERA. This will be his 13th appearance, all as a reliever. 3 wins, 1 loss, 3 saves for the freshman. He's pitched 19 2/3, 18 hits, 6 runs, 25 Ks to 6 walks. He's averaging 11.5 Ks per 9 right now with a 122 whip. And once again, that freshman, a 2.75 ERA, and he is the man out here to try and get these final 2 outs. Liam Forsyth will be the batter. Forsythe, 1 for 3 today, had a single in the second. His courtesy runner, Corbett Freeman, stole second after that, after the single. Was left on base. Back-to-back strikeouts then in the 4th and the 7th were the last appearances for Liam Forsythe. Gio Galvin is on deck, and he had the lone hit in the 7th inning. Had a walk in the 2nd as well. So here we go. 1 out on the board, 4-1 score. And the opening day of the GPAC tournament nearly coming to a close. First pitch, foul ball for Liam Forsythe, the catcher for the Lancers. Trent Schlimm out there trying to wrap things up for the Bulldogs. 0-1. Grounder, that's going to go in between first and second, out towards right field, and the Lancers have one on. A lifeline. Forsythe with a maybe game-saving single. You cannot go down 2 outs with nobody on in a moment like this. You have to get a man on. And now Corbett Freeman, who already has a stolen base today as he took second back in the 2nd inning, is on. He'll come into courtesy run. First pitch outside, and the catcher's eyes on Corbett Freeman almost the whole way there. They know this moment. But the Lancers don't need just 1. They need 3. Do they make the decision to send Freeman here? 1-0 pitch from Schlimm coming. And it's going to be a grounder to the third baseman. Throw over to second. That's 1. Throw to first. This could do it. And it does. Ball game. Double play to end it in the 9th. 4-1, Concordia wins in Lincoln, Nebraska in the opening day of the GPAC tournament over Mount Marty. 4-1, your final score. Concordia with the win. And I believe the 400th career win for the head coach of the Bulldogs, Ryan Dupick. 400, that is incredible. The Lancers winningest coach of all time, Andy Bernardo, at 444. Dupick approaching that as well. In his 12th season, win number 400, this one marks. And that'll mark the conclusion of day 1 of the GPAC tournament. Our out-of-town scoreboard from Triple Time. Rudy's Briar Cliff defeated Northwestern earlier today, 5-3 final in 14 innings. That's in the Doan pod. And then Doan fell to Hastings as well, 7-5, the 8 seed over the 1 seed there in the opening game. Dakota Wesleyan also defeated Morningside. That was here. Dakota Wesleyan winning 12-9 over Morningside. So let's go through tomorrow's schedule, since now we have it. Mount Marty will be playing somewhere around 3 o'clock. Going to be probably a little later than that. I'd say somewhere around 3:30 first pitch, but scheduled for 3. And game 3 tomorrow, or the first game tomorrow, is going to be the winner of the 2 games today. It'll be Dakota Wesleyan and Concordia meeting for the first game of the day, starting at noon. That one will start on time. We will have coverage of the second game of the day, Mount Marty taking on Morningside. Mount Marty did lose a 4-game series to Morningside. They were swept in that 4-game series, now with a chance to revenge that coming up tomorrow. And a chance to knock Morningside out of the GPAC tournament for the 2nd year in a row. There's a lot of history between Mount Marty and Morningside in the last 2 years. We'll get to all of it tomorrow, but those two have seen a lot of each other recently. So with that, let's go ahead and wrap things up here on our post-game show as we started off from Aztec. Build your career with the group that's built to connect from rock to road. As we start our post-game show, we'll thank a couple of our final sponsors as well, like Foreman Charters. Let Foreman Charters do the driving for your next trip. See upcoming tours at foremanbus.com. Slowy Management as well. Call the Fairfield by Marriott or Holiday Inn Express in Yankton direct for great rates and flexible reservation changes. And finally, Lewis and Clark Ford, a proud sponsor of Mount Marty Athletics. Visit them at 4th and Capitol in Yankton or at lewisandclarkford.com. Our final stats here, we'll roll through the pitchers from the Meat Lodge. If you want top quality meat at great prices, head to the Meat Lodge in Yankton. For the Lancers, Palmer Jacobs came out through the first 4 innings for Mount Marty through 66 pitches, 5 hits, 3 runs given up, only 1 of them earned, and 18 batters faced. Aiden Anderson came in after that through 24 pitches, got 2 outs, allowed 1 run as well, walked 2 batters, faced 6. Tony Suarez then came in after that, and he's the reason the Lancers had a chance late. He pitched the final out of the 5th, the 6th, 7th, and 8th. He faced only 13 batters, struck out 8 of them, gave up 2 hits and 1 walk, no runs, 3 1/3 inning pitched, 57 total pitches. Tony Suarez, what a performance. Maybe the best of Tony Suarez's career thus far. Unfortunately, it had to come in a loss in the end here. On the other end for Concordia, Johnson, who started this game, Alex Johnson, exited early after only 2 innings. Felt some discomfort, and I hope he's all right. We have no word on him, but 2 innings he pitched, allowed 3 hits, no runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, faced 9 batters, 34 total pitches. After that, it was Harrison Haquam who came in through 2 1/3, 38 pitches, 3 hits, had 3 strikeouts, faced 9 batters. DJ Anderson was after that. 4 innings he threw, 64 pitches, 3 hits, a run, a walk, and he struck out 7 of 15 batters. Schlimm came in after that. The freshman got the final 2 outs, allowed 1 hit, but a double play right after that to end the game as Gio Galvin grounded into double play. Got himself and Forsyth out, who did hit a single to get on. Right before that, it was a 5-4-3, and that ended the ball game. 4-1, Concordia with the victory. Go through our final hits. It was 10 hits for Mount Marty. They had 10 hits, but they left 7 on, only 1 run. 7 hits for Concordia, and they ended up getting 4 runs out of it. The majority from that 5th inning, where they had 3 runs in the 5th, and that one really decided it in the end. For the Lancers, a bright spot, Tyler Vance, 2 hits, 1 run, had a walk in there as well. Drew Reichen had 2 hits. Liam Forsyth had 2 hits. But our Lancer player of the game, provided by Avera, moving health forward. Avera, got to go to Tony Suarez for the Lancers. Came in through 3 1/3 again and struck out 8 of 13 batters, allowed no runs, only 1 walk, only 2 hits through 3 1/3 innings. Tony Suarez was straight money for the Lancers late in that one, kept him in it late. 8 of 13 batters faced, Tony Suarez was able to strike out today. And he'll be the Lancer Avera player of the game, brought to you by Avera Health. Visit Avera.org today. And our move of the game, 8 strikeouts. Easy. From Mason Strom and the Move Group. Are you buying or selling? Move with Mason and the Move Group. Eight strikeouts for Tony Suarez once again. The way he was moving in that one was something to behold, and I hope the Lancers are able to get a couple of wins tomorrow. I don't want his season to end. Hopefully we can see Suarez again a little later in this tournament. Double elimination style once again. Should the Lancers win the game tomorrow at 3 o'clock, they will then play the loser of Game 1 tomorrow between Dakota Wesleyan and Concordia in the nightcap tomorrow evening. The winner of that late game will then face the winner of Game 1 tomorrow, either Dakota Wesleyan or Concordia, on Friday. We'll have coverage of every Lancer game of this tournament right here on KYNT. And I think that's about going to do it for us here at KYNT tonight. Talked with Josh Tykro and where we're kind of at. It's hard to see him, but I think we're going to talk at the hotel a little later and air that tomorrow for pregame for the moment. Oh, actually. Yep. He's motioning, and actually he's trying to come up and talk to me now, actually. So we're going to hold on. We're going to take like a quick break, and then we're going to come back and we're going to talk with the head coach of the Lancers. He just motioned to me from the field that he wants to come up and talk. So we're going to do that here in just a moment. Back in just a moment, you're listening to KYNT.
Les Schwab Tires has been proudly serving communities for over 70 years, and we've collected thousands of inspiring stories, like Brett on the way to his wedding when a flat tire left him stranded. The clock was ticking, his bride waiting. He made one call, and a Les Schwab service truck was there to save the day. Brett was back on the road and off to say I do. At Les Schwab, we're proud to keep you rolling. Les Schwab Tires, our greatest story is yours. Stories are composites inspired by real customer feedback.
FM 1021 and AM 1450. KYNT, Yankton.
Having guests coming to Yankton for area graduations? Well, the two best choices are easy: the Fairfield by Marriott and the Holiday Inn Express. Enjoy comfortable rooms, free breakfast, gathering rooms, pool, and more. With graduation season coming up from Mount Marty, USD, and Yankton High School, rooms are filling fast, so don't wait. Call the Fairfield by Marriott or the Holiday Inn Express in Yankton to lock in great rates and stress-free reservation changes.
The easy way to travel is to let Foreman Charters do the driving. Here are some upcoming tours. In June, head for the hills and the famous Medora musical. See the Grand Canyon and other Southwest National Parks in July. Marvel at the glorious colors with the New England Fall Foliage Adventure at the end of September, and kick off the holiday season with a trip to Branson in November. For more on Foreman Charter Tours, go to foremanbus.com.
The Sherco exclusive SureLink wireless remote system features the most advanced industrial Bluetooth technology and best-in-class express operation. Operate any Sherco electric product with the SureLink Pro and EZR remotes, or with your smartphone using the SureLink app. To learn more, contact your authorized Sherco distributor or find us at Sherco.com. Demand the best. Demand Sherco.
All right, back here on the post-game show now from Aztec. Build your career with the group that's built to connect rock to road as we turn to our post-game coach interview now. Brought to you by Rise Fuel. Gives you the power to push harder, go faster, perform better. Fuel your ambition and unleash your potential with Rise Fuel. Head coach Josh Tykrow of the Lancers now joining me. A tough game, coach, against a very quality opponent in the Concordia Bulldogs, a team you know well. 4-1 was the final, but man, what a fight, especially those last two innings where you're able to bring in a run and nearly get some more, and more baseball to be played tomorrow. So what do you take from this into tomorrow?
Yeah, we fought hard. Their pitchers were really good, but we, towards the back end of that game, we definitely got some guys on base and put some pressure on them, which was good to see. And we always fight. That's a big part of who we are, and I'm proud of that for sure. We're just a swing away from, could have been pretty interesting there.
So, Coach, when it comes to performances, I got to shout out Tony Suarez for just a moment as he came in and got 8 of 13 batters struck out. He had one heck of a day there to give you a chance late in that one, and that was good to see.
That was really good to see. He pitched really well, kept him off balance and really hit his spots, had a really nice outing and kept us in the game.
Let's go to tomorrow then, Coach. Morningside, a team obviously you know very well. A 4-game series with them last season. Then you meet them multiple times in the postseason. You end their postseason run. Then this season you meet them a 4-game series again. Now you're back at it in the postseason. This has been one heck of a couple of years for you. So you know this team well. They know you well. How does that change things?
Yeah, this time of year anything happened. Just look at our conference today. Just so many crazy games and outcomes, and really you can throw everything out of the window. It's every game is gonna have its own little story, and we gotta come tomorrow and kind of do what we did this game of just fighting as hard as we can on all the sides of the ball, keep competing in the batter's box. Pitchers today, they did a really nice job, competing and giving us a chance to win. If you give up 4 or less in a game, you're always going to have a nice chance at the end. So we got to bring a little bit of that to tomorrow, and I think good things can happen for us.
So what do you think you need to do to kind of get those bats moving? The pitch and work today, as you said, holding a team like Concordia to 4 in order to get those bats moving against Morningside. What needs to happen tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, we got to get some to fall, and we strike out a little less. Again, tonight's arms for Concordia were really good. They've got a really good staff, one of the best staffs in the country. We did put some good swings on them, throughout the game, though, had some hard contact, and sometimes when you get out but you hit the ball hard, that's a little bit of the game too. So hopefully we'll find some holes tomorrow and just kind of capitalize when we get guys on base. That's probably the biggest thing, is when we do get guys on second and third, making sure we can scratch, a couple across there. Their outfielder in right today, Bronx Lewis, incredible plays. I mean, his throws that he had, his diving catch that he had on Gio's line drive, I mean, he made a big difference out there too.
All right, Coach Tykro, thank you very much for your time. We'll talk to you again tomorrow. More baseball to be played, and that's always a good thing to say.
Yeah, without a doubt. Thanks, Tehl.
We'll take a break, come back here on KYNT, wrap things up in just a moment.
It's game time at Yankton Pizza Ranch. Whether you're celebrating a win, in between games, or just hungry after practice, our buffet is stacked and ready. Hot pizzas, sweet desserts, and the country's best chicken. There's something for every fan at the table. Make it a winning day at Yankton Pizza Ranch, serving daily 11 to 8.
It's where life tastes better. Surround them up and head her down to the Pizza Ranch. Whoa, that's good.
Did you ever hear that termites only swarm to feed and mate during the springtime? Well, that's just a myth. Here's the fact. While they do swarm to mate in the spring, termites eat wood 24/7 year-round. In fact, termites cause an average of $5 billion in property damage every year, and that's no myth. A pest professional is your best defense against the devastation rodents, termites, roaches, and ants can cause to your home and family.
Olson Pest Technicians, 1-800-KIL-BUGS.
Imagine paid vacation, sick leave, holidays, and full medical coverage the moment you start a new job. Plus quarterly profit sharing, 5% 401k match, and a company-paid retirement plan. Your first day on the job. With Parker of Yankton, you don't have to imagine, because all these benefits begin day one. We are hiring assemblers, material handlers, and line operation techs for both shifts. Don't mind working nights? Enjoy a pay differential of $235. If you're looking to upgrade your career and have day one benefits, apply today at parker.com.
Parker, engineering your success.
All right, back for the final time here in the Aztec post-game show. Thank you to Josh Tykro for coming up and talking with me there. And thank you as well to him for lining up my hotel for the night. That man does a lot for this program, for the university, and everything in between. It has been my pleasure to bring you the opening day of GPAC baseball here on KYNT. We're going to wrap up tonight. We'll be back tomorrow. Once again, first pitch scheduled for 3. It'll probably be a little after that. We'll go live somewhere around 3, though, tomorrow afternoon. And hopefully we'll stay live for multiple games. The Mount Marty Lancers will be in an elimination game versus Morningside. Loser of that one season will end. Winner will face the loser of Dakota Wesleyan and Concordia, who will play at noon. That'll be the nightcap game tomorrow. And that's our schedule. We'll come back with it tomorrow, 3 o'clock. Thank you all for listening. It's been one heck of a night. Late night baseball here in Lincoln, Nebraska. Thank you to Jake, who's sitting next to me, and everybody else with the Concordia sports information staff that helped us put on this ball game and get everything rolling. Thank you to Jose back at the studio. Thank you to Derek and Braden for getting these games on. For the final time tonight, I've been Tehl Tanner, and you've been listening to Mount Marty Lancer Baseball. Final score 4-1 Concordia on KYNT.
Thank you for listening to Lancer Athletics on KYNT, a Riverfront sports property and Yankton's home team. Be sure to subscribe to the KYN-TV YouTube page and hit the notification bell so you never miss the action. You can also find KYNT on Facebook, X, Instagram, and online. Remember, KYNT is your home for Lancer